Vive con huevos. A ver, con huevos.
All right. ¿Cómo se dice hail?
Mario. Granizo.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good, good. ¿Cómo se dice flip?
Oh, damn it.
Like flip a switch type thing? Or?
Yeah, like, or flip something
Oh,
over.
Noel Marometa. No, it's not.
That is, but not what, it's like to flip something over.
Oh, voltear.
¿Cómo se dice cabbage?
No, repollo.
¿Cómo se dice arrow?
Mario, flecha.
Oh, damn.
¿Cómo se dice squirrel?
Noel, ardilla.
¿Cómo se dice fingernail?
Noel, uña.
¿Cómo se dice heels? Like high heels.
Noel, tacón.
Fuck.
¿Cómo se dice bacon?
Mario Tocino. Fuck yeah.
¿Cómo se dice pregnant?
No, embarazada.
¿Cómo se dice tablecloth?
This one always stumps me.
Stumped me.
Tablecloth.
Mario Mantel.
Mario Mantel. ¿Cómo se dice waist?
Noel, cintura.
¿Cómo se dice curtain?
Oh, Noel, cortinas.
Damn, babe,
I
you're
know.
getting smoked over here. ¿Cómo se dice swimming pool?
Noel, piscina o alberga.
Jesus.
¿Cómo se dice pea?
I quit.
Like the vegetable. It's a vegetable, right? The little.
Mario Chicharo.
¿Cómo se dice mattress?
Noel, colchón.
¿Cómo se dice straw?
Noel, popote.
¿Cómo se dice drunk?
Mario Borracho.
Ah, eso sí te la sabes. ¿Cómo se dice stove?
Noel, estufa.
I think no, it won.
Yeah, I don't even want to count.
I don't even think we need to
1, 2,
count the
3,
cards.
4, 5, 6. No, you went past 6 like 20
12.
minutes ago.
Doubled your cards.
Literally.
If you haven't come across this fast-growing game on social media yet, you're in for a treat. Yo Sabo the Game is a captivating Latino card game that will take your game nights to new heights. Created by first-generation Latino graduates, this game was born out of a desire to embrace and improve their Spanish.
Prepare to put your Spanish skills to the test. Dive into an exciting trivia and tackle fun challenges. And guess what? Yo Sabo the Game also has 2 incredible expansion packs.
What?
Sana Sana, Colita de Rana, and Noches Embrujadas.
We don't have that one.
We don't. Carlos, step up your game.
But that one's a good one for Halloween coming up.
These expansions will add even more excitement to your game night. Support this amazing small business and grab your copy of Yo Sabo the Game today. Visit yosabothegame.com or find them on their social media platforms at @YoSabo_the game.
Why are you looking at me? You gotta look at the camera.
Go
Tell
follow
them,
Yo Sabo.
not me.
Thank you, Yo Sabo. Carlos, Jess, the whole team. You guys are amazing.
Oh, and they just came out with the new
Oh, yeah, they did like a
the
loteria
loteria thing. Yeah, we need
type
that too.
version.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
Carlos.
sponsors.
What the hell?
Just kidding.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get that game.
Yeah. What's up, guys? My name is Mario.
My name's Pao.
Welcome back to the Vive con Huevos podcast, episode 37, I believe.
I think so.
37 and 38. We're in our 30s. We're almost in our 40s.
We're in our late 30s.
We're in our late 30s. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ, it's the alcohol.
You haven't been able to
Yeah,
talk in the
I've been
last few
stutter
episodes.
muffin.
Stutter muffin.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Otro martes con huevos. We have a special guest for you guys today.
38.
Is it 38?
Yeah.
Oh, episode 38. Never miss a Tuesday.
Never miss a Tuesday.
Never miss a Tuesday. We have a very special guest for you today.
We do.
Straight out of, is it, yeah, Northern California? Kind of
Central.
ish, mid.
North Cal-
Yeah.
Central California.
Mid-Cal.
Mid-Cal. No, he's not mid.
No, he's not. But he's from Mid-Cal.
He's from Mid-Cal. You should start saying that. That's a new slang.
I
Mid-Cal.
think we just started something.
Yeah.
Hey, where you from? Mid-Cal?
I'm from Mid-Cal.
I love that, actually.
We have our boy. You might have seen him dancing on TikTok. You might sweet moves this man has. He's also been dancing with some penguins that you just showed me. This is a
He
pretty
hasn't seen the
sick
penguin
ass video.
I love that one.
Our boy Noel. I'm gonna say this wrong. Osigueda. O si queda.
It's better than most. Altogether.
O si queda.
queda.
You see, I told you it was o si.
Oh, sí.
What's up, my man? How you doing today? Thank you
doing
so much for pulling up to the podcast.
Yes.
No, thank you for having me.
Oh, of course.
I'm good. Thank you.
It was we met each other today at 2 a.m.
Literally. Though.
Our first introduction, Noel came to the house and I was a little faded and it was 2 a.m.
And we're out here. We ate chilaquiles together.
Quite an interesting icebreaker.
Yeah.
I think you top it up. You top it for like the most interesting way to meet a guest ever.
Yeah. I'm like trying to think back on the other guests, but it's all been
Yeah.
pretty normal, you know?
I gotta
Get
set
here
the
at
bar
a
high.
normal time.
Yeah. So what's up, Noel? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you guys?
Chilling. We're
Yeah.
now a lot better. I feel
Yeah. We were
a lot
struggling
more
a little
alive
this morning.
before the chilaquiles. They were pretty bomb. So thank you so much for pulling up. I know this is your first podcast, but you've been a content creator, I guess, now for how long has it been, really?
So
I feel like I've been watching
Wow.
you for like a minute.
Yeah, you have for sure.
when I started or like TikTok? TikTok started.
Yeah.
I started making dance videos in high school.
Okay.
So I was 17,
Yeah.
and then we're on Snapchat. That's when Vine just ended.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I
oh,
used to
yeah.
love Vine.
So I didn't have that smartphone to do Vines. You
Yeah.
know, I got it later. So I was like, I'm gonna just post it on Snapchat when stories came out.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Instagram, but I never had just stories, never posts.
Mhm.
And then Musically came out. I tried it, didn't like it.
I don't think I ever got into Musically.
Yeah. And then 2019, when I came back to the US, because I was in Mexico looking for the soccer dream,
Mm-hmm.
I came back and I just started doing TikTok. It's like 3 years, 4 years, going for 4.
It's a long time to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Pretty long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were actually, before jumping on, we were kind of talking about like the burnout and like
Oh,
having
yeah.
to record and do all the things, you know? So
Yeah,
it's
it's
definitely
real.
a long time.
It definitely is real.
Yeah.
But I just got back from vacation
A week ago?
A week ago, 2 weeks for the listeners when this comes out. And I think at one point I told Jesus, our other co-host, I was like, I don't really feel like recording.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know, it's only been like a few episodes, like 30 something episodes, but I mean, I was just like, I'm just tired this week.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
It happens.
Yeah. And then like I was getting ahead of I think that's mainly probably, at least for me, is like the getting ahead of myself. And I was like, fuck, now I gotta edit. I gotta find what reels, gotta edit the reels. And I think that's what bugs me the most, is just like that's where my exhaustion comes in. Because I can like talk all day. I can like be on this and record with guests all day. But when it actually comes down to the actual content creating, that's when I'm like, fuck, I actually got to sit down and...
The editing.
Yeah.
I can just sit, I can stand there and dance, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then
Yeah.
I had to go back to my phone and it's like, look through it. I'm like, oh, I didn't like this part, like that part, redo. I'm like,
Rewatch all the videos and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So for those that don't know Noel, which hopefully, I mean, it's not a lot of people, because I mean, you have a pretty big following in
Yeah.
both of your platforms. You want to tell the people what you do a little bit?
like
Who you are, what's
who
your
you are,
name,
what
what's
you
your number.
claim. We know you from we know you from the mid. So
And then what sense you want to know what I do outside of TikTok?
Just
just in
whatever,
general, you
yeah.
can generalize it. We can get into both if you want.
Well, I'm Noel. And I'm from Mid-Cal.
I love it.
I don't
I'm
really
gonna make that a shirt. I'm from Mid-Cal.
Mid-Cal.
do it.
Mid-Cal.
I'll wear that too. Generally, I don't say where I'm from, but live next to a town called Fresno.
Mm.
So that's the big city around us.
Yeah.
I don't like saying exactly where I'm from. Nothing against my city. It's just I don't want people.
Yeah, you want to
That's
be a
okay.
little
No,
private.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I told you, like I'm pretty private. Like I
Yeah.
just don't really post much. So outside of TikTok, I work in agriculture for a farm labor contractor right there in my city. And we run all over through the whole valley, so I do a lot of driving. So yeah, and other than that, TikToks or content creation, I still can't bring myself to say that.
Yeah. But I mean, you are.
Yeah.
Bao and I just had this conversation like a few days ago. I have a coworker that was like, we were talking about marketing and stuff, and she goes, well, we were talking about videos, and then basically the conversation just ended, and she was like, well, we were just talking about something. You're a content creator. And then I was like, I don't feel like I've been in the space long enough to call myself a content creator. And I was talking with Bao the other day, and she's like, well, technically you are.
You have
Yeah.
content and you create it.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like it's more
But,
like
yeah.
an imposter syndrome.
No, I understand that because when I hang out with these TikTokers, they're like, "Oh, let's go make content." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Content? It's just TikTok videos."
We're just dancing.
Yeah,
We're just having fun.
I can't bring myself to say it because I feel like that's more of like a job, and I do it for fun. But I guess I make a lot of content,
Yeah.
a lot of dancing content, shaking ass.
You make all the deals go wild.
Don't get me started with the DS.
Actually, we do want to get you started.
Get it started.
So before we get into your content creation and TikTok and all that, you said you were chasing the soccer dream.
Oh yeah, I've been passionate about the sport since I was
Yay high.
little kid, just kicking rocks. And after I graduated college, because parents, you need education, so I got the degree and everything, and then I took off for like 2 months. But at my age, I was 23, and they weren't looking for no one at 23. They were like, "Oh, we want them like at 18." So I was like, ugh. It was getting expensive, so I came back. I was like,
Were you in a club out there?
I was jumping around to Visorias, so like tryouts, and I was going back and forth. I was like, I'll go here, and then you would go personal training with someone else. I mean, it was just a lot of traveling, a lot of Uber, very expensive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 100 pesos is nothing, but when you don't have a lot of money out there,
Oh, it adds up.
Yeah.
It definitely adds up.
well, I think I spent like 10,000 pesos just on Uber,
No.
Wow.
and that was just for 2 months.
What part of Mexico were you in?
I was in Jalisco,
Oh, okay.
so I was spending a lot of time in Jalisco. And then my last week, when I decided I was done, I went to my ranch where I'm from, where my dad's from, and I just spent the last week there. Got sick though, because the temperature changed, and I was like,
Just dead.
me inyectaron with that big old needle in the buttocks. I was like, oh.
But it helps.
I was gonna say, but those come in clutch.
Yeah, I don't
Those
know.
be-
2 minutes later, I was like,
Yeah,
Ready to go.
something about medicine in Mexico
Mexico?
that you're just all right. I'm
Yeah, it's no joke.
What
It's
COVID?
why it's
Yeah.
not legal here.
yeah,
You know?
facts. That's why Big Pharma doesn't like it.
Yep.
So you played soccer your entire life. So that's all you. So what did you go to school for then?
criminology.
Criminology.
So
Okay.
you have a degree in that, and my option is criminal justice. So I can go into that whenever.
Yeah.
I just kind of never got to it.
Yeah. Was that like a passion of yours, or were you just like?
The degree part?
Yeah.
I liked it because I used to watch Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
And I know it's not exactly the same like
Yeah.
the show, but I was like, if I want to do something, it's going to be this. Because I like solving stuff or, catching a bad guy.
Yeah.
Keep the streets safe.
It's kind of
Watch
like
out, Batman.
It's kind of like me and the Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I went to school for nursing. And then when people are like, "Oh yeah, I love Grey's Anatomy," and I was like, "The hospital is nothing like that, dude."
I don't know, man. According to Grey's Anatomy, I'm a doctor. So I watched all the seasons, and I know how
According
to do
to the
everything.
Google, I'm basically a
I'm
nurse.
basically a nurse here.
According to Urban Dictionary, my grandma's a doctor.
Yep.
And so you really didn't want to follow up with anything like, no?
My career-wise?
Yeah.
No, not really. I know I can do it, and then I like being outside, so that's
Yeah.
why I stuck to the agriculture stuff. But if I wanted to do something else, I could have tried the architecture and stuff like that. I just want to be outside. I prefer
Yeah.
being outside than sitting around cooped up in
In an office.
Yeah.
That's good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Big facts. Yeah.
So going back to like soccer and stuff, do you still now play soccer?
almost every day.
Yeah.
My legs are. I'm getting old.
That's good though. I mean, it's good that you're
Yeah, you're
continuing
keeping
to stay
active,
active.
yeah.
You know, shows that you do really enjoy it.
I play if I have time to play all the games indoor and outdoor. So there's a difference, you know. I can play up to like 9 games a week.
Wow.
So yeah, I have fun. I enjoy it. I get tired and get frustrated because I like to win.
Yeah.
But I love it. And then, but at the end of the night, I'm just like,
Yeah.
You're just dead.
I'm
Yeah.
Tired. I know. That's a lot. Well, and then you work. Is your normal job like a 9 to 5 or?
basically it's like
Okay.
8 to 5, right?
Okay.
Monday through Friday. Saturdays are optional, or if my boss say, "Hey, need you to work Saturday."
Is it labor intensive?
Nah,
No?
not my job. I went from I was at the office 1st, Excel sheets and all that stuff, timesheets, and to the shop where they sell agricultural equipment. And then from there, he gave me like another spot where I kind of just oversee a couple of things. But my job's papitas.
Good. That's good. It seems like you give yourself a lot of time to do things that you enjoy, which I really admire. Because prior to us starting to record, he asked us like, "Oh, what do you guys do on your free time?" And I was like, "What the fuck is free time?"
Yeah.
Like I don't
Like,
know what
shit.
that is, you know. And I really like to hear when people are like, "No, I actually do take time to." Do things that I enjoy doing, because it's true. And I tell Mario and the podcast all the time, like, job is job, like work is work, you know, but you should be making time for things that you genuinely enjoy and like fill your cup with other things versus just like working. So that's good. Good that you kept up with the soccer.
That the gym became a big part of my life recently, like since the end of last year. It was like the new year, new me type deal, but I actually took it seriously, and I would.
I'm on that same journey. Yeah, I started at the beginning of the year too, and I was like, I took that shit seriously.
I still weigh the same, but it's not like fat no more. It's like muscle.
That's good.
And I'm like, I go to the gym like a tank top, the white beater. Like I ain't beating no wives, but you know.
I've always hated that they're called that.
Yeah, it is. It's such an interesting name.
Yeah.
But that's good. That well, like how Paul said that it's more for like I feel like it's more for like your mental health.
Yeah.
You know, most
Helps a
definitely.
lot. Sure.
I do a lot of extracurriculars. I mean, like not no more. Like it's not. I'm not in school, so it's not really called extracurriculars.
Yeah.
They're like fun
still,
things.
Yeah, extracurricular.
Like
Yeah.
soccer. I do bowling like competitively. I mean, it's not like professionally, but it's like a league.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I love that. And it's fun. Like I said, I take piano lessons to learn different things. I take singing lessons, but I can't sing. Para los perros.
Yeah. Just stick to the dancing.
Yeah. That. I have an accordion. I just haven't learned how to use it. And I have a trumpet, and I used to be in band. I was a little band geek back then.
Yeah.
So I might bring it back and just post stuff on that.
How long ago did you start playing piano?
About almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I stopped because for a bit I was like, and it was like summer vacation because she was going along with the school because she's a school teacher. So I was like, I'll just take the break. Yeah. So I know when I stepped in it the other day, like 2 weeks ago, recently, over again, I was like, oh, I still know this stuff.
Yeah, you kind of like pick up on it pretty quick.
Yeah, but I enjoy it. I just want to get better.
Yeah.
Because like, so I can do different things on TikTok. Like, okay, he can play the piano, the trumpet, the accordion. Oh, damn, boy.
That's true. Actually, that's a good
man of many talents over here. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say
no.
anything. Okay. What made you interested in like doing just so much stuff with your time with your free time?
I haven't even told you everything I do. I'm a gamer.
No, do you stream?
No, I should though.
Yeah.
I think I could do pretty good at it just because I feel like with my friends, I'm like the one that talks the most shit.
Yeah.
But they, you have to watch some words they say and they say some kind of words. I'm like, okay, gotta beep them out.
Yeah.
But I do that gaming from like 10 to 12 at night when I'm not watching shows.
Jesus Christ, do you sleep?
No, for real.
No wonder you were up so early today.
I sleep around 12 to 1 and then I wake up like at 6, 7.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I need my 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's like
one thing.
by the time like 9 p.m. hits, we're like both super tired. We're like, let's go to bed.
Yeah,
We're like,
we also
we're like
get up really early.
Yeah, we're like we're like watching TV, and we're like that time hits, and we just look at each other, and it's like it's time.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
We know we're both tired. Or like the day she came back from vacation, we were gonna watch The Little Mermaid had just came out on Disney Plus. So we put it on, and then she was kind of leaning on me. But she started to get too heavy, and I was like, "She's falling asleep." And then
it was like 8.
Yeah, and it was super early. And then I look up, estaba bien dormida, and I was like, "Babe, let's go to sleep." She said, no, let's finish watching it. And she like sat back up, and not even joking, bro. Like 2 seconds later, all of her weight just goes back down. It's like, yeah, let's go to bed.
I haven't talked about my trip yet because that's for the next comadreando episode. But like my flight got canceled. Like I was a full day late, so like I was fucking tired. But it was like 7:30 p.m.
You're like the Mexican dads. You know how they work in the fields, or mine did. And he would come home and watch TV, pero con los ojos cerrados, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I have shades on, but you can't see my eyes, like closed eyes. I'm like, Dad, you watching it? Mm-hmm.
My dad does that.
They're listening to it.
Yeah, my dad does that. My dad didn't work in the field, but when we have the carpet cleaning business, he would come home and like he would put on the news. And the típico papá se sentaba así, se estaba durmiendo, and you would see his like head rocking back and forth. And then I would try to change the channels. Like, estaba viendo eso. Deja ahí. Oh, estaba escuchando.
They're like sleepers, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I couldn't even. I mean,
or nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So how'd you get into agriculture?
My dad.
Oh.
It's been a part of the family like all my life. So if it was this or go do like raise cattle in Mexico, but I mean I don't live over there.
Yeah,
that's what my dad did. That's what my dad did growing up. Other than that, it's just this stuff. He's done it since he's been moved over here, and I'm like, okay. He's like, what are you doing tomorrow? Like Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, Dad. Nothing. a trabajar, cabrón. I was like,
Yeah.
Fuck. Se me acabó la vida buena.
Yeah. Do you still work with your dad, or is he like doing something else?
No, he still does it, but he's like in
Yeah.
a different company.
Oh, okay.
But every now and then I'll see him like when I'm driving by the fields he's at, and I'll just stop by and say hi. Or I'll call him like, hey, te veo. No,
Ponte a trabajar.
yeah, like, no está dormido. He's like, cabrón.
But how long did you work with him for?
I started like at 16, and then I stuck with him till I was like 20.
Okay.
But that was like summers, and then
Time off.
when I was in college, I was going every other day. So any other day, and then my boss, he called me a couple times asking me, hey, do you want to work in the office? I was like, not the office. I was like, nah, anything but the office. But one day it was like cold in February, and I was like doing some like little knots on a tree, and my hands were like this. I was like, yeah.
I want the office.
I called. I was like, hey, you still got work for me? He said, yeah, come next week. I was like,
Hey, you still need somebody to work on those Excel sheets.
Yeah.
and
That's funny.
No.
then so you've been doing that for a pretty long time. 'Cause how old are you now?
27, so,
So,
10
quite a
years,
while.
about 10, over 10 years.
Yeah.
And then that's not, counting and cutting the grass every Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do it every Saturday, but when it was my turn,
Yeah.
Saturday morning, just like hot.
I think.
Does it get really hot up there?
Yes,
Yeah.
right now the change of weather was great. It was hot. I might get sick again, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I make it.
You're
too.
enjoying the
Yeah.
cloudiness as we're just. Well, I'm crying about it. I'm sure you're
I
enjoying
love the
cloudiness.
cold. I freaking hate the heat, man.
I'm not ready to.
I
live in
The,
hate
heat.
the winter time is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, same.
But I don't know how it is over here. I know in San Francisco, there's like peak coat type people.
Yeah.
Over there, it's just a long sleeve and maybe a flannel over, and we're fine.
That's how. That's how.
Yeah,
is
that's how it
too,
is
yeah.
here. It doesn't get like super, super, super
Like,
cold.
you can wear a coat, but you're really just looking ridiculous because it's not that
Yeah.
cold, you know.
It's just a fashion statement.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get hot. Yeah.
Well, like if you go to go buy a coat here, like they're super light too because like, people know like we don't need thick coats like.
no, it
New
gets to
York
like
and stuff.
60s, maybe 50s.
Yeah,
maybe
I
at
mean,
nighttime it gets.
At night
yeah.
it gets pretty cold, but like you just don't go out at night. So
Yeah.
No, I love the winter. I'll go to the snow once maybe in the winter, but then it gets hot up there when you're like,
Yeah, when you're actually doing stuff with
They're
all,
like-
with all
And
your
all
gear
the
on.
I'm like,
jackets
what am I
and-
wearing all this stuff?
Yeah. Well, it's like a bunch of snowboarders. They're like, you see them and like, well, they obviously have pants, but because it has to be like the waterproof pants. But there's like in t-shirts sometimes, and it's like
Oh,
because
yeah,
it gets
I've
hot.
seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't snowboard. I think I'll just
Yeah.
have you ever tried?
no.
Yeah, I don't. Me
Man.
either. I think I'd face plant too.
Like on a little sled, like the little foam sleds that they give you. I go on that and then I fall
Are
right
those
away.
inner tubes?
inner
the
tubes.
big old inner tubes.
That's what I like to
Those
go
are
to
pretty
the snow
fun.
for.
We should do that this winter.
We
just
should.
have a day out there and just all everybody Vive con
Vive
Huevos
con
winter
Huevos.
night. Yeah. Vive
That
con
would
Huevos
be
Winterland.
Winterland.
So now that you've been like in agriculture and stuff like that. Oh, you said that you had the choice of going and raising cattle?
Nah, not the choice, but I could have. If
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted to go stay in Mexico, I
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
done that.
Okay.
At your family ranch?
Yeah, they have. My dad has cows. They got nozzle and stuff like that.
Do they raise them for meat or do they raise them
They
for?
sell just to sell them. Yeah,
Okay.
for me. That's how they do all kinds of other
I
things.
was gonna
But
start crying.
they do all kinds of other things, but right now, like that's the stuff that I know that they do. I just call them they're the cowboys.
Literally,
Because they're on the
cowboys.
horses and they'll go get not all the time. They do it papata and stuff. They just walk around, but when they have to chase the cow, they just,
Mario's dream is to raise
Yeah.
some cattle.
I definitely
farm.
could. Yeah, I could definitely live on a farm. That's when when we were texting the other day, and I was like, I miss like hard labor, and he's like, no, stick to your corporate job. He's like, stick to your office. And I was
cold
like,
out.
yeah. And I was like, no, I don't know, like I miss, but I like that stuff. My dad when in El Salvador, my dad actually like he grew up on a farm, like raising cattle, doing the same thing, just agricultural stuff. So whenever we would go back, like sometimes I would go like help him out, or like he would just kind of take me around and stuff. So I maybe because I didn't work in it, so I don't really know the hard aspect of how hard it could be. I was just like era un morrillo, like I was just walking around. But since I grew up in it, like I also like grew fond of like being on a farm and being out there and stuff like that.
it's like a breath of fresh air, even though it smells like cow shit.
Yeah.
But like I don't know how to do it. I'll go and I just watch them. I was like, man, I could do this.
I'm stuck on TikTok sometimes with when they're changing the hooves.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
It's like
They're so
those
satisfying.
videos you don't even think you'll watch. It's just like they're like
Yeah, it's like when we were talking about the NPC.
Uh-huh.
We're like we hate them, but like we just end
still
up
watch
watching them.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you got me corn. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Still watching.
I'm still
Yeah.
watching. I'm like, yo de mensa, you know, I was like, oh, I'm supporting.
Sending them corn.
Next thing you
Sending them a
know,
banana.
my next live Noel is gonna be like, oh,
Oh,
thank you for the coin.
Yeah.
Thank you for the boot. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, cowboy hat. Yeehaw.
There you go.
Ahí está.
Ya lo encontró.
I think he did it already.
Yeah, I think so too. That was too
Yeah,
good.
that was Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat.
No, the first time they ever gave me that gift with the cowboy hat,
Yeah.
I know it's fake, but I'm like, what the?
Get this off of me. That's
Yeah, it's crazy to me how like I think I've said this before. But it's crazy to me how like people actually like give their money to that.
Yeah.
Like it's just so entertaining because we were talking about it and I was like, that's the new cringe, like the NPC to me. Or watching them on TikTok. No shade to people if you guys have given money to people doing the NPC, but like to me it's just like super cringe. But then I find myself watching them, and now I'm over here like, damn, I kind of want to send them. I want to send them a corn. Do it again.
Yeah.
I saw some guys like, ooh, a rose. I was like,
Yeah.
Like, it was like, because they pop up on lives. It's
Yeah.
never just a regular video. And it popped up on live, and I was like, the first thing I saw was like, and another guy, like the hot dog one, I was like, I'm not going to repeat what he did.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh.
Yeah. He's like,
That-
Yeah.
I think that's why I think that's why I've never seen them because I never stop on the lives. Like as soon as I see a live, I keep going.
oh, you don't want to stop on the hot dog
Yeah.
one?
Okay, I won't do
that one's weird.
Yeah. I was,
There was another one that I saw of a guy they would make him go to the bathroom. They would send him like a toilet paper and be like, thank you for the toilet paper. Now I'm going to go shit. And like he would walk into his bathroom and then come back out. And I was like, that's so fucking weird.
All right. Well, now I need to look for these.
Yeah.
Videos 'cause I'm
We got to do one for like Vive
intrigued.
con Huevos one day.
no, it's going to pop up on your phone now because it's
Yeah,
listening.
because we're talking about it.
TikTok, we're listening. I don't even want to watch these videos, but I'm watching them.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. The algorithm is wild.
I was telling Jesus because Jesus didn't believe that like that your phone listens into like
Oh, yeah.
into like what you're saying, your conversations and stuff, until he started getting like sponsored ads. And I was like, dude, like there's been times that like I'll think like I need deodorant, but I'm thinking I don't even said it out loud. And next thing you know, I get a Target ad for deodorant.
Dude, that
It's-
happened one time to me too.
Yeah.
And I was tripping. I didn't throw my phone, but I was like, this is expensive. This shit costs too new.
Yeah, for real.
No, it
I'm
fucking
not
knows.
dropping another $3,000.
Yeah, and
fucking
then
knows.
it happened with my friend too. We were just talking.
Yeah.
And then later on, we both got it at the same time. We're just
Oh,
like,
wow.
we looked at each other like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's
It's a little freaky.
That's what I studied. So when I was studying it and I was like learning why it happens and how it picks up on like the frequencies of your voice and like the levels and stuff. I was like, that's fucking weird. Like everybody turn your mics off. Like,
Yeah.
deny that shit when it asks.
Or like
But-
we're giving it permission. Like
Yeah.
no one really reads the terms and conditions. We're just like, oh, okay, agree.
Do you watch Black Mirror?
I watched like the first episode, but I couldn't get into it.
Oh,
But
okay.
I understand the concept.
Yeah. So there was an episode this new season that basically like it was their Netflix version, and when you said yes to the terms and conditions, you basically gave it permission to record you and make a show of your life,
Yeah.
right? And so it was like super wild. I mean, the show obviously like unravels super crazily, but it's kind of scary to think that really they could
could
really
happen,
be
yeah.
doing that. Like they could really be asking that, and you would never know. So now I like skim through terms and conditions. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
'cause it's
is there
scary.
anything in
Yeah.
here that like I should have
Selling your soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like just some keywords, you know?
Yeah.
If they recorded me, make sure my life's like Jersey Shore. I'd be like,
Gin
Well,
laundry.
that's what it was in this one, that like the girl would go to work and then like I think she cheated on her boyfriend or did something, and then like her boyfriend saw the show of her life, and like
Yeah.
so it was wild. It's like wow.
cheaters. We don't like them.
We
No.
don't.
Not even on
You're
TV.
right.
No. Nobody. So now kind of jumping into like what you're doing now, like agriculture, and then you became a content creator. How did that all start? Now I would say like since the beginning, before.
The beginning.
Yeah.
So like the beginning, before TikTok
Yeah.
was even around, it wasn't even invented yet.
Yeah.
I was out there just dancing
Yeah,
one day.
just for fun. Para las tías. Para las vacas.
I'll tell you where it started. It started in Mexico.
Okay.
So I was I had a girlfriend at the time in high
Yeah.
school, you know,
Yeah.
young love,
Yeah,
todo
yeah.
enamorado, y sabe qué tanto.
Gonna marry her.
Yeah, and I was that's what I thought.
We all think we're gonna marry our first.
He's gonna start crying now. Right? Don't make our guest cry, babe.
Why do you think he's wearing glasses? He knew.
And so I was at my tia's house, oddly enough, tia's.
Yeah.
But I was upstairs, and my brother had a tablet. I didn't have a smartphone to record, and I was over here Snapchatting my girlfriend at the time. And there was a wig, so I put the wig on. I had music in the back. I was like, hey, and that's how that started. And I was like, and I posted on my story, and I got some comments like, hey, that's funny. And I was like, what's so funny about it? But whatever someone else finds funny, I won't find funny, even though it's me doing it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, then I guess I could keep doing this. So I would post like random like dancing videos, and my brothers were a big part of it on Snapchat for a while. When they were a lot younger, they were a lot more like, yeah, let's do it.
Are you the oldest?
Yes.
Okay.
My mom's kids, yes. My dad we have my half brother that's older, and a younger half sister.
Oh, okay.
So there's 4 of us at the house with my mom. But my 2 younger brothers were down. They were always like, yeah, let's do this. So they were a big part of it growing through high school, and then like my first few years of college. It was just nothing but Snapchat videos on my stories. And at first I was like, man, why do I keep doing this? But you would get those comments like, hey, that made my day. I was having a bad day. I was like, oh, wow, I'll continue. And then I graduated.
Influencer.
Yeah. I guess I didn't influence
you are an influencer.
Influence.
Light bulb.
Fucking mind blown. And from there, I went through college, and then I kept doing it. And then Instagram, you could upload stories too. So I started uploading on Instagram, and I had like different followings, you know. So Snapchat was people I know, and then Instagram was just like random pretty girls in college, you know. And so I was like, okay, and then that's how I get some girls like, hey, what's up? Saw your video. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, you good.
But that's how I started. It was mostly the feedback.
Yeah.
That got me. They're like, oh well, I was having a bad day, and that made my day. It made my day a whole lot better, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'll continue doing this. So I graduated college, did the soccer thing. And then from there, TikTok was coming around, and I was still posting to Mexico, like dancing. But when I came back, they're like, hey, you do TikTok. I'm like, I'm going to do that gay shit.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wanted to like download TikTok in the beginning.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I've seen some. I didn't even know about TikTok, but I heard like it was like my boys doing cringy things. So I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I started off, I was like, all right. I got bugged out. Someone bugged me, was like, just do it. So I did it. And nothing. No views, like 1 view. And I was like, get more on Snapchat. I gave 1,000 views on Snapchat for 1 view on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you gotta be consistent. I was like,
I don't want to be consistent.
and I was consistently posting on Snapchat. So I was just getting from Snapchat and going to TikTok. So I wasn't using TikTok sounds. And then I hit the Dougie one time, and I always loved doing the Dougie. I was just like, hey, teach me how to Dougie. And from there, that one got me like 30K views, and I was like,
I made it.
Yeah. I blew it, mom.
and I got like my first 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
But I was following so much people too, so I don't follow everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, well, these people don't even follow me. It was just like when I first started the app, I just followed everybody, but no one followed me.
No.
So whatever. And I got like these random people, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it went from 1,000 to 10,000. Because then there was this video that is called the left foot, right foot challenge. And that's when my little brother, my youngest one, he's like, you have to follow the trends. I was like, what trends? I didn't even know.
What's a trend?
Because I was posting from Snapchat. I've never even watched TikToks.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't watch that shit.
Yeah.
So I was scrolling. This is when the Renegade was out and all that stuff. So I did that left foot, right foot, because it was a more manly one. And I was like, all right. And I did it. And my other brother went viral too the same day. We both hit 500K views.
Jeez.
So we were going back and forth. Like, I got more than you. And I was like, I got more than you. And
Who won?
I ended up winning. I got like 20 more than he did. 20K more views. And then after that, that's when I hit like 10K, 30, 40K. Not like 20K followers. I was like, damn. And I just kept going, hit 100K. And my mom was like, we're rich.
We're rich and we're famous.
Sigue bailando, mijo.
She likes dancing too. So
Yeah.
it's more like I feel like she's like, oh, that's my personality and my son. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll keep going. And after that, I just kept going. And now I have what I have.
Nice.
And it's fun.
Would you, so now that like you have the followers that you have and get the views that you get, do all of your videos just like get pushed out, or is there some like
the algorithm be fucking with me sometimes.
Yeah.
There's like days like I know this sound works, and you get like 2,000 views.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, what do I do with that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not about the views, but you put the work into it. I was like, I want it.
Yeah. Well, especially now that you're getting so many views on your videos, you know, so like, well, on the majority of them. So.
Yeah, so I'm just like, as long as I get like 20K views, I'm happy. Or 10 to 20K.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just like seeing the K.
Yeah. It's like
Anything under
like
the
an
K?
ego boost. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, as long as the K is there. But then I do them, I post them, and they don't always blow up, but I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I like making them.
Yeah.
Because I get good feedback, and then you'll get some negative feedback, and I want to talk shit back so bad. And I was like, and I can roast people really good, but I was like,
Have you ever?
On my lives.
Oh, okay.
On my lives, yeah. One day they were like kind of like poking at me, but there was dudes like talking shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what I told him. I was like, pinche cabeza de melón.
Jesus and Pam. Cabeza de huevo.
Yeah, because I go and I look at the profile picture. I was like, you gonna talk shit to me? And I was like, I feel bad, but I was like, nah, you're not gonna come at my live and talk smack when I'm just dancing. I'm just having a good time.
Exactly.
But I do get a little ticked off. I'm like, dude, I don't post nothing bad for you to talk shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, whatever. And I'm like a little hothead, so
Yeah.
I see it and I was like, I'm gonna just delete the video. Instead of deleting the comment, just delete the video. I was like, I don't want to see this shit.
The video could have fucking gotten a million views.
I was like, fuck this.
But
I don't want to see this anymore.
It's because I'm gonna remember that this video had that one comment that bugged me. I'm like, and then you're told not to say nothing back. Just be a nice guy.
Yeah.
And then they forget that we're just people,
Yeah.
Like I have bad days too, and I still post, but I'm like, you get me on a bad day, and I'm gonna talk shit back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, is that I feel like people don't have anything better to do with their some people don't have anything better to do with their time, and they're just out there trying to like poke at people for doing what they like and doing, like having fun. And I think I mean, it is hard to ignore them, but fuck that, like fuck what they think.
For
fuck
real.
the haters.
Like there's
if
just
you don't have
trolls.
haters, you're not doing it right,
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
and I just like put the laughing emojis, and then I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna ignore it.
Does it
And
happen? Does it happen pretty often?
Nah, it'll be like a comment like one every 5 videos.
Oh, okay.
Because I post a lot.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So it's not bad, but one day someone was like, because I posted a singing video, I was all excited because I mean, I'm not a good singer, but I was having fun. And he's like, canta pa los perros. And I got so mad, I was like, I was about to be like, F you, this and that. But
Yeah.
I just deleted the video. I was like, I don't want to see the video ever again.
Oh.
So I guess we'll never see his,
Yeah.
his singing video.
Damn.
I'm just going to sing in country because I can do a deeper voice better than a Spanish voice.
There you
You'll see
Well,
that soon.
You can start doing some
Excited for that.
Karin Leon stuff. He sings country.
Oh, he does that Tennessee whiskey
Yeah.
song pretty well.
Yeah. Actually, I did hear it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, it kind of like popped out. I think he does it like in his concerts now. I think it's like part
I
of
got
his
to go to
set.
his concert.
I do too.
know.
I've been more gonna go.
Well, you look like the guy from Grupo Frontera, so you can
I
just
know.
pop
Just
up there,
pop up, be like, soy payo.
sing a little bit of a song, and they're like, yeah.
Grupo. Just out there.
You hear that agachadita, and you can see him right there.
I got to eat that.
Little fucking, the guy in the inflatable couch just.
We're gonna show up and Mario's gonna tie up Payo in the back. And or like after the concert, Payo's gonna be fucking duct tape mouth
It's gonna be
in
like
the
that.
back.
It's gonna be like that scene in Ratatouille where they throw
Yeah.
the inspector in the.
Like that.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Are you good? They're gonna be like, Payo looks different.
and just get the
He
chain.
doesn't sing
Yeah.
that well in person. It's all auto tune.
Why is he only saying grupo?
Doesn't even know the song.
Yeah.
I'm sick today, guys. Lost my voice.
Lost my voice. Sorry about that.
I have been wanting to do like those doppel videos.
Doppelganger?
Yeah.
You should. That would be funny.
Yeah, I just need to shave the beard down low because he has more of like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Uh-huh. Well, there's a Karin Leon doppelganger, and then there's Sando, who's a Edwin Cas. And I think you'd be the good bio.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I gotta start doing that. I gotta tap in.
There's also a Peso Pluma doppelganger out there, too.
Is it
Is
really?
there? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I'll have
Damn.
to send you the video. It's on Sando's page.
Isn't it crazy how like people just like
look
yeah
like
like
others?
just like
Yeah.
look like other people and they'll like run with it.
Yeah.
Well, that Bad Bunny guy runs with it, right? He looks like
Yeah.
Bad Bunny. But he doesn't really do. It's just the curly hair covers his face, and that's
Yeah.
kind of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that really doesn't. He doesn't look like him. I mean, I know it's not him, but in the way he does.
Yeah.
When your first video started going viral, like how did you feel?
I didn't know how to act about it. I didn't know what it was going to bring anything about. I'm just like, is this going to be like all the time?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be just a one-time thing? And then that first one with my brother, a lot of people saw it that I know. They're like, I saw your video on TikTok. But that's not even the one that got my first million, was like me shaking ass. It was like what is it called? Punta.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the Cardi mix, the Cardi with the WAP song. So I was like, you know, make it drop, WAP, and then you got this little Punta song, and then I was just, and then I hit like 1 million the first time. I was like, oh. And I was like, this is what 1 million feels like. I was like all excited. I was like,
walking around the farm, like,
and I wasn't telling anybody because they were just telling, they were like, oh, I saw your video. Like, you were over there shaking your ass. Nothing new, you know?
Yeah.
But no, you didn't see my video.
No.
No, and then I was like, I like when they tell me, like, I seen your videos, I'm like, sorry about that.
Please delete it. Take it off of your favorites.
Yeah, because when my friends tell me, it's like, I see your videos on TikTok, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Do you though? Okay.
For me, it's because like when I see them just as like my friends and they see me, but they're like, es mi amigo le TikToker. They always introduce me like, I'm like,
I'm not though.
I'm Noel, but all right.
There's more to me than just TikTok.
Yeah, so like, you know how you said you're the party
Deletes
chick?
TikTok,
Your party chick was the thing?
The chugging.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, the TikToker guy. And I was like, it doesn't always work, guys. Because they're like, wait, he's like serious right here, but he's like very energetic in the videos. I was like, man, that's because I'm, you know, recording. I have to be happy. I mean, I don't have to. I'm actually happy.
Yeah.
But when I'm like a regular day going out, I'm like sometimes I don't want to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's different, you know.
It's like that Shawty Bay voiceover that I did. I'm different on TikTok. I'm different on social media.
I think she's the same the whole time.
Yeah, no, she has a voiceover. Oh, I did a voiceover. But I put like when your family tries to add you on your socials, and it's like, I'm different on social. It's just like
there's
something I haven't told you guys yet. I'm different on social media.
Yeah.
My mom follows me on TikTok, and at first I was like, almost blocked her. But she's like supports it. My parents were more supportive than I thought. You know, I thought because I shake ass, my dad would be like, "What the fuck?"
Is he like very like
macho?
Yeah.
Nah, he's like mid macho.
mid
from mid-cal.
From mid-cal.
Yeah,
mid-dad.
he was like, mira tus videos. I'm like, fuck. I was like, and what do you think about it? He's like, no, it's talking. I was like, oh, that's all I needed. And like, we're like, oh, very good.
That was actually a question that I was going to ask you. Was like how supportive your family has been like through this journey.
Surprisingly, I mean, the journey, I think it's just beginning because it's I'm meeting more people like to collaborate with. Yeah, but they've all been pretty good about it. They all like, yeah, keep making your videos and whatnot. You know, I see your videos. When people tell me I see your videos, if I forget, you know, like I know I post them. And I know people watch them, but I forget these people watch them, like my people. Yeah. Like anybody else is like,
whatever. Yeah.
But when I know people, like I personally know them, I'm like, oh shit, you watch my videos. Like,
well, it's like sometimes with the carpet cleaning business, because some clients like have my number stored in their phone numbers, then I kind of like automatically auto-populate onto their like For You page if they have TikToks. And like I was cleaning carpets one day and they're like, oh, I saw your video of the podcast, and it was right after I had posted the clip of the would you rather sit on a cake and eat dick or sit on a dick and eat cake? I saw that one. Yeah, and I was like, damn, did you really see that one? Like out of all the clips, it wasn't like the motivational ones. Like it wasn't the ones with the guest. It was the one me talking about dick.
I'm fucking dead, dude. I know it happens to me too. Like the other day I was at work and I work in marketing for restaurants, and the pastry chef was like, oh my God, somehow your podcast came up. You guys are fucking hilarious. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh. And there was like a lot of people around. I was like, oh, it's my boyfriend's podcast. Yeah. And I like didn't want to bring attention to me. I was like, I'm just going to walk away from this.
When I get I've got to recognize, like, if I go to like random stores just like close to the cities next to me, like, I know you from somewhere. I'm like,
no, you don't.
Like,
I'm a doppelganger.
I was like, I don't. I'll be like, be nice about it, but like, what do you mean? Like, I've never met you. Like, I've seen you somewhere, and I'm like, I do that. I was like, TikTok,
yes,
do it, do the TikTok.
Have people ever asked you to like dance when they meet you or something?
No,
I almost made them dance in the morning. Yeah. Is it really you? A ver, baila.
your dog would have came out here.
I come downstairs and Noel's dancing with Olivia.
You need to see nothing.
He's making a TikTok.
I might have the camera right there, just
throws the tripod down.
See that? But they don't ask me to dance, but they're like, I'm getting messages like, I saw you in Sacramento, or I saw you here or there. Like I got recorded one time at Universal Studios. Like, oh, my future husband, but he doesn't know. I was like, well, now I know. I was like,
What's up?
And then they like tag you or something?
They tagged me and I saw it and I was like, well, now I know. And I was like, no. I didn't say no, but
Sorry,
I was,
but
Thank you very much. I'm taking.
yeah, but they'll send me messages like on TikTok and they're like, oh, he doesn't read messages. Like, no, I'll go look at them. I just don't respond, you know. And then they're like, I saw you here. Like, I wanted to say hi, but I was scared. It was like a dude, like an older man. I was like,
Why? Yeah.
I was like, yeah, good thing you didn't. But I mean, I would have said what's up. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I have like a resting bitch face. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, anywhere I go, like I'll wear these at the mall. I just don't want to be like bothered, you know.
Yeah.
Like even just people like bumping into me, like. But I don't know. I get eyes when I go places, but they don't like come up to me. It's like they're looking at you like, I've seen you somewhere, but I don't know. And I'm just like, good thing you don't know.
Good thing you don't remember the top of your head. They get home and they're like, "Hey, it was him."
It was him, yeah.
Yeah, I just get messages, or if I go to the bailes, like I've gotten asked like for a picture and stuff, and I find it kind of awkward. I'm like, what do I do? Like I just
Influencer.
Yeah.
Telling you.
You went to Picolatia this year, right?
I haven't gone at all.
dude,
I've never been.
I thought I saw you.
I get invited by my friend Luciel,
Uh-huh.
but I mean like,
No, you wouldn't
No.
go?
I will, but I don't know when.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go.
Yeah,
Maybe
you've been
like the
wanting to go
past
for a
like
while.
2-3 years.
I went once and I had no idea what I was going to. So I was very like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I just got invited and it was supposed to be a whole other experience. I was supposed to be backstage with Carlos Ortiz and all these things, and then none of it happened. But which is why I think I just felt like really weird about the whole thing. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a great experience. And now I'm like, okay, I'll go again because ya se me pasó. Como,
Yeah, como el coraje.
como el
Yeah.
todo lo que pasó, ya se me pasó. So I'm like, okay.
I want to go. I want to
Yeah.
see what the hype is about.
Yeah.
It's right here in Pico, right in
Yeah.
LA. Like, I'm like, I don't get invited to many events. Like my friends, they do. My banda dancing,
Yeah.
influencer friends, whatever you want to call them, and they do, and I see it all the time. Like, oh, that's cool. But they're always on stage. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be.
On stage?
Yeah.
No.
Once
More
we
like
start
in-
getting invited to to Picolandi, then
Yes.
But manifesting that.
I only got invited to Pico one time,
Mm.
and I think they never came back. So I said no.
Oh.
Well, I didn't say no. I was like, I'm busy that week. I'm sorry, but I'll post your stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And then like the place at Tracy, I can probably go next weekend. But I already posted some videos and on.
I did see that one. I actually really liked that one. It was very creative.
Oh.
The way that you did the whole like pushing the.
Yeah, I didn't even know how it came about. I was like, man, I want to do something different. Like everybody just blast the flyer. I'm like, I'm gonna bring that shit in. Like I don't even know how I'm gonna do it. And I was like, okay, I figured it out.
Yeah, no, that was good. Did you see it?
I don't think so.
He like put the flyer up on this. Like, he did a dance and then he put the flyer up on the screen and he like pushed it away. Like you could see him like pushing in the video. And it's,
I
like,
gave a
pushing
little
the
kick
flyer
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
most creative video.
Yeah.
It was pretty freaking creative. It's pretty new, no? That's probably why.
Probably. I haven't been on the phone. Like, well, at least on
It
TikTok.
was on Friday.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had just seen it.
Yeah. No, I try to. Lately, I've been making it a point to like stay off of my phone on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like at least on like social media wise.
Yeah. It really helps.
Yeah, at least like recently, like maybe I post like maybe like on at least on my personal, like maybe 1 or 2 stories. Like if we go out, and that's if like you sometimes I'll go out with Bao and I'll try to like just stay in the moment because like dude, we're both on our phones so much
During the
Oh,
week.
during
for
the
work
week.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, like for me too, on the weekends, they're like, oh, I can never get a hold of you on the weekends to do it. I just have my phone in my pocket.
yeah,
And my friends are like, before, like, oh, he's going to bring the camera out, but I never do. And they're like, I'm surprised you never record with us. You don't record with us? I was like, it's not that. I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
The weekends are the days off.
yeah,
Like, if I record with you guys actually have to dance, not just stand there and making me look like a fool.
yeah.
Do some of your friends dance with you or?
They want to. They all say yeah. But when it comes to, like, about to happen, they're like, oh, I don't know. So I'm going to see if I can get them. And I kind of want to start posting more stuff with my friends from back home and see how that goes. But I don't like putting the camera in their faces. It's going to be more like planned. I'm like, all right,
This
I'm
is
gonna
what
put the
we're
camera
doing.
here. You guys act like you're doing it or whatever. And you guys want to jump in, you jump in. And then like they're used to it because off camera, I'm doing stuff like this all the time. Like I'd be in the soccer games just...
Just dancing.
Yeah, because like at the indoor games, I have music playing in the background.
Yeah.
I just be dancing, and I don't really care. Like that's actually me, but I try not to too much to have the camera out. Like I do it just to do it because I feel the music. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I'm like a goofball, I guess.
It's in your personality.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of your personality, you know.
Yeah. Who records your videos? Or is it just all tripod?
It was the back of a truck. So you know how there's like little step right here in the tailgate? I just would put it right there.
Huh.
Oh, and I had a tripod, like a more fancy one. It was, like, $30, but it was at Walmart, and it kept breaking. I bought like 3 of them, and I got tired. Just
Well, I don't know how it is like when you record, but it's got they're super delicate. Like this one, like I've dropped it a few times, and like the legs are like pretty much shot.
Yeah.
Like I can barely take them out now.
I just bought a new one. My gali showed me. It was like it looks like a lightsaber handle, and then
That's cool.
you press the button and it opens up like this.
Oh shit.
And it's very convenient because you can take it anywhere.
Yeah.
And I like it, so I use that now. And I changed my recording style. So before it was on TikTok or CapCut. Now I like widespread on the phone, 4K 60, and then I'll screen record where I like, and I zoom in and I just kind of add little movements. So and it looks like it's the body zoom, but it's not. But it's kind of like then I gotta do this, that, make it look like pop out.
Yeah. Did you figure all that? I mean, are you self-taught?
The screen record one,
Or just like your with your content creating just in general?
Like your
Like your videos, your editing.
everything was just by myself. My
Yeah.
sisters helped me out a couple times. Before I would tell people like if it's a little blurry, that's the body zoom. But if it's very, very clear, that's my sister. If she's following and you hear like the little effects on it's like she's knocking on the phone, so I just kind of that's her.
Oh, okay.
And then now it's just me. It's been me. She's recorded about like 20 videos. But she I don't like bugging her because she's like 16. So she's like, I don't want to do it.
Want to be with my friends.
Yeah.
The teenage
Yeah.
stages.
She's like, buy me a Frappuccino and some fries. And I'll go, I was like, I was like, you're not cheap, girl.
I don't even
Starbucks ain't cheap.
I don't even like you like that.
But she did help me out when I had like a peak of
Yeah.
videos where I was over exaggerating dances. It was like a year and a half ago. It was that song by Sek. And someone told me, because I did it kind of like moderate, just relaxed, and they're like, échale más ganas. So I was like going crazy, and then I peaked at that time, so I was like blowing up. And then my sister was recording me, and I was jumping off trucks, I was jumping off this, jumping off that, going crazy. So she's helped me out a lot for some good videos. But I'm trying to get my mom to do one because she can dance too.
I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about that because you said that she danced. So you've never recorded anything with her?
I did one time recently,
okay.
but she was just in the background. But she was shy. I was like, woman, I've seen you dance. But she's like, give me like 2 more months. She's like working out. And I was like, when I get a little slimmer, I was like, okay, girl.
I like that. She's working on herself.
Yeah. So
What happened?
I thought she dropped the thing.
Oh no, I think she's like eating something. Sorry, our dog is.
Yeah, like always.
Intervention.
Per usual, Olivia's doing Olivia's
She's
shit
doing
back
her
there.
Olivia's Oliviaing.
Yeah. Then now that you've gotten bigger, I mean, you've been working with some pretty big names. Like, I mean, you mentioned Magali for one. Was it like AJ Rivas and
Sando,
Yeah.
the FedEx guy.
the FedEx guy?
Alexis, he's another guy that does a lot of like lip syncing stuff.
Yeah, he's
And-
actually the one where I saw the Shawty Bay.
He's popular. He's like he's the shawty boy.
Yeah, he's actually the one where I got I'm
The
different on
voiceover
social
from?
media.
Yeah.
and then okay, I was a big Shawty Bay fan for. Actually, I am kind of still a little bit, but I've seen a lot of his voiceovers from Shawty Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch his videos and I get some of the stuff from him, but I don't like do them.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's not really like me.
Yeah.
I can do it, and I can do all the animations to the face. I'm like, now I gotta memorize the
memorize the lines. Yeah.
I was like,
I tried doing one at the Padres game, and
That was your first like public.
yeah,
video,
my first
no?
public video. Yeah, I mean, nothing ever happened on TikTok, but but that was my first one, and I think we probably shot it like 7,
A
8
few
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I kept on fucking up.
Yeah, it wasn't lining up with the voiceover.
And then I thought about it later. I was like, I could have just cut it and then synced it. And I was like, I didn't think about that until like later. And I was like,
that's why I record them. So the way I record right now, I have 2 phones, right? And one's playing the TikTok sound in the background, and the other one's recording. So when the one recording records everything, and then I'll just cut
sync
it.
everything
yeah,
up,
sync
yeah.
everything. It takes time just like this, trying to, because it's very delicate, to drag it. I'm like,
yeah.
and it bugs me if the words are. I'm saying if the word is here, and then now I say the word, I'm like, nah.
I'm the same way
That's
with
how it is.
I'm the same way with the reels. Because I mean, we have the video and like I could link it up and just download it later off like a YouTube or something, but like it compresses the video or compresses the file and like everyone just looks like super like pixelated. So what I do is I screen record off of the phone and then I just screen record the audio, and then I link everything on CapCut. And I me ves también de que syncing everything to like the last T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear the same
Yeah.
whenever he's editing. Like I just keep hearing the same like,
Over and over again.
three
Over and
words
over
over
and
and over
over
and
and
over.
over.
The other day we were doing one where when you were talking to Jesus about poop.
Oh yeah.
I had never heard poop so many times in my life.
I think I was
6 in the
I was like
morning.
editing that video for like a solid like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and for the whole 20 minutes, all you hear is, "Would you rather poop? Would you rather?" I sounded like that NPC. Would you rather poop? Would you rather poop?
They should have given you the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Should have just gotten some money off of it. Did you meet like everybody that you've collabed with or like started hanging out with? Like, did you already know them, or is it something that you kind of met through?
So I knew of Sando, the FedEx guy, and I kept tagging him in videos. But I didn't think nothing of it. I just know that if you put his name, the video would do good. And then he messaged me like at that time. He's like, "Hey, come to where are you from?" I was like, "Oh, California." Like, come to LA. Let's collab. Yeah.
Mid-Cal.
I was like, "I'm
Mid-Cal.
from Mid-Cal, you know." Yeehaw. And then he's like, "Hey, come over here. You know, let's collab." And I was like, "Oh, for real?" I was like, "For real? Oh shit!" I'm over here like,
Was that
Yeah.
your first? Like,
yeah, that was my first
collab? Mhm.
my first collab. And I was like, "God damn."
Yeah.
Influencer.
This is for real. And it was nerve wracking. He knew I was nervous because I was kind of like shaking because we were in public, and I was
Yeah.
like, I've never done anything in public.
You guys was at the park?
Yeah, it was a park,
Yeah.
a soccer field.
Yeah.
Kids were playing,
Yeah.
and we were like doing his like back dance. I was like, bro.
Which seems really freaking hard to do. Have you seen the?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
After he taught me to do it better, it's a lot easier. But at first, like I was just
Just hitting your back.
And
And you
it's-
stayed in one place, but you're just moving.
no. But once you get it down, it's a lot. It's a very like smooth movement.
Yeah.
And you don't get hurt as much. But we've done it together 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
And he's cool. Like he's pretty cool. He's like what brought me into this, and then from there, I met. Well, they started seeing me like other people.
Yeah.
Like AJ Rivas, he's messaged me. I didn't even know him. Like he'd followed me on Instagram, but I didn't like pay much attention. And then I don't know, I just followed him back. I was like, you know what, why not? And then we talked, and then he's like, come again. And so I met him. I met all the delivery drivers.
Yeah.
They're all cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool. Everybody I've met so far is very cool.
And
So-
you guys just all collab just recently, or not recently, but like, did you guys rent out a house or like an Airbnb?
It was like an Airbnb.
Yeah, well, it was like you, the Estrada twins.
Yeah, that was Sando. That was
okay.
otro Sando.
That was otro
Noel Cepeda.
Yeah,
They're all cool. Like because they do skits.
yeah,
So it was like a full day of filming. Oh, they call it filming. I'm just like recording.
yeah.
Content creating.
Content
Content creation. Ooh. But they were cool. Like on camera is work time, right? Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
But off that, everybody's
serious.
everybody's cool. Like you wouldn't even expect it. Like at first, you're like, because I'm not a part of that life. Because they all get together from time to time. I'm just like hella shy. I'm like, oh, what's up? And then after that, you get to know them, and everybody's like amazing. Like,
Yeah.
You remember like people are just people,
Yeah.
and then you get along. And then from that Airbnb, I think I came back. I forgot when. I know I came back, but I didn't come back for a long time. It was just like quick videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then another Airbnb with AJ Rivas, and that's where I met Magali, and then Nora Drusilda, the one from Mama Por Dios.
Yeah.
Dale,
Yeah.
dale, dale. She gets down in person. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Like I'm shy, so I wouldn't have done it, but I wanted to have the urge to
Yeah.
just go there, just give me the airplane, just.
Yeah. We're gonna see them at the opening if they're open the one in San Diego.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys gonna pull them like,
Yeah.
you guys ordered a flight.
To the dance.
Do it.
Shake some ass.
Wait, which one? Yeah, I would like to, but
Yeah.
I would have to have my shades. There's like a comfort thing if you guys are like, why is he wearing shades? Like, I'm shy.
Yeah.
I may look like I'm not shy on camera, but one of the shyest kids in the world.
Yeah. Well, it's like what we were talking about with Bao when we were eating breakfast. That like, I won't record TikToks in front of her. Yeah. They'll all be in private. And it's funny because I'll show her later. Like I'll show her the
Then you
finished
just
product,
won't
and I'll be like,
record
"Hey,
it.
babe, what do you think about this?" But as I'm recording, I can't get myself to record in front of her.
I can barely do it in front of my sister. And in front of friends that are like just hanging out with me, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go do this. Like, just sit in the truck, stay there.
Yeah.
Like, don't even look in the rearview mirror. Like, cover your eyes. They're like, why are you shy? Like, I've seen your videos. Like, yeah, but this is in person.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess up.
Different. I'm different on social media.
I'm different in person.
I'm like, imagine you get like a snippet of me, and I'm
Yeah.
like picking my nose, and I'm like right here, like dude, why'd you post that?
That's funny. Yeah, you would never be able to tell on your videos that like you're shy to do it in front of other people, or like like you just don't seem like a shy person on the videos.
Well, when we did it with Sando in public, it took him like 20 minutes for me to like relax. Like we had did another video and we were like fine, we were practicing and we were doing it, and eventually I was like, I'm in LA, nobody knows who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it, and I did it, but I was still nervous. But I still did it. I was like, yeah. We did it like a couple times and we got it down.
Yeah.
And so we went to go eat after that and everything was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I think you just have to remember, like I was telling you, it's just one of those, like people really aren't, like they are watching, but they're not judging, you know? Like they're just kind of like, oh, look, they're recording a TikTok, or they don't know what, like, especially if they're far, like you probably don't recognize as well, you know?
I would say even less in LA because it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so normalized.
Out there where I live, it's like, what are you doing? Yeah. You look stupid.
Just middle of the field, just dancing.
Well, they know me. The people in the field workers,
Yeah.
like the owner of that ranch knows me. He's like, yeah, here again. I was like, yeah.
Here we go again.
He don't mind. A lot of people don't mind. Like the people in the fields, for some reason, I think that's the ones that follow me the most.
Really?
And they're like, te veo and this and that. I was
That's
like,
cool. I mean, they're your supporters.
Yeah.
yeah, they're like,
They probably tell their families, like, yo conozco
Yo
este
conozco
tico.
a este TikToker.
I have an uncle. He's like my biggest promoter.
Yeah, really?
Like I'll go like, cause he works. He's a contractor.
Yeah.
So I'll go like help him out with something, and I'll take like equipment. And he's like, ¿No conocen a mi sobrino? And I'm like, oh.
Es tiktokero.
Es tiktokero, síguelo. And he's like, hey, mijo, mueve las caderas como en los videos. I'm like, oh. And then the guy's like, sí, ¿eres tú? And there's like a lip syncing video. He's like, ¿cantas bien? I was like, only if you knew.
Yeah, he just runs with this. Sí, es que nomás canto en los videos. ¿No?
I've been taking singing lessons.
Yeah. My piano lessons have been coming in clutch right now.
Tú ni sabes.
When you started collabing with like everybody, like, did you ever feel like starstruck in the beginning and you were like, fuck, like, I don't want to know if or were you like ready for it, or like?
It was, like I said, nerve-wracking at first just
Yeah.
because it was brand new in public, but I treat everybody the same.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't care if you're famous or not.
Yeah.
Like, you're just a person to me, face to face.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't starstruck. A little bit with Sando because like I kind of like was like fishing him in. Like, I kept tagging him in the videos. Like, it's gonna happen. I was like, it's gonna happen one of these days. And I was like, oh shit.
And then it happened, yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I
like,
made
oh.
it happen.
not gonna do it.
Cancels on them.
No,
Hey, I'm sick that day. I'm sorry.
I was like, dude, I was there early at the park for like
Yeah.
2 hours. I was just he didn't even know. I was just waiting there. I was like, fuck. And I was just like watching videos, like movies. I was like, this is crazy.
Noel asleep in the car.
I did fall asleep actually for like an hour. I was just like, I put my hat over my eyes.
Is your car your comfort place?
Yeah.
You're right? Okay.
Well, because I work. And
Yeah.
I have a work truck, so I'm always in it.
Yeah.
Like I'm never really out of it. So like if I'm in my truck, I'm fine. I'm like, I don't care. I'll sing in that truck like no one's ever sang before. I won't break my windows, but I mean it's bad.
This is my zone.
It's my zone. Don't judge me. Shit.
Yeah.
I love that. I always love like being next to people in their cars and like turning around and seeing them like fucking jamming out,
Yeah.
and, like living their
You,
best
you see
life.
them true selves right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big facts. Yeah. I'm that way too. Like I'll like sing my lungs out in the car. But I have like very tinted windows for that specific reason.
Oh yeah.
I can't be in a fishbowl.
Oh no.
I cannot be in a fishbowl.
And there's people that make TikToks and fish bowls. I'm like, damn. Imagine walking next to them. They're like, and you're like,
Thank you for the hot dog.
they're like, I'm gonna do it just this one time. You didn't see
But
that.
there's some of them that go crazy. Like they legit do the little.
Really?
Yeah.
They're gobbling. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Glizzy gobbling. That's why he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
No,
He didn't
I
want-
figured,
Yeah.
but I was like,
yeah,
He didn't want me. He didn't want me to make that a clip.
you can. I don't know. I'm not gonna get mad. I would never get mad. I'm like the type like if you record something, you can
Yeah.
post it. Like, I was like, if I get hate on it, I'm just not gonna fight back.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. It's like whatever. Like I am the way I am. Like I'm the same way in public and in person. And like kind of like what you were saying is like I really don't care if you're like if you're famous or or TikTok famous or Instagram famous or like to me you're still a person at the end of the day. And like we were talking about before we went out to breakfast earlier that like I started this platform. Sorry, Jesus. I started this platform because people tend to forget that the people behind these big platforms we're still people at the end of the day. We have, like you said, we still have emotions. You might have a short fuse and people don't know that.
Yeah.
They just see you like all jolly and happy on on TikTok, but I mean, it's not always caramel and roses.
Nah, I'd be having bad days sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't have bad days. I'm just like, someone said something. Even at work, I'm like, fuck. Work. My mood changes, and I'm mad because I lost a soccer game. And then I'll be on live, and that's when you see actually me talking and whatnot, because I'm not just dancing. And they're like, I made it a point where like they know I'm just gonna go dance on my lives. You're gonna see the same moves you see on TikTok. And then when I'm talking to them and they're like, they say something and I respond back, they're like, oh shit, yo pensaba que es más, amable. I was like, bitch, the fuck?
You don't know me like that.
No, you don't fucking know me. I'm not shit. You tell me something? And I was going back and forth with the girl, roasting her. And she's like, at the end of she messaged, like, hey, I was just trolling. I was like, I know. But I was like, don't take nothing to heart what I said either. I was like, it was funny. It was like, just understand, like me, I'm going to respond.
Yeah.
I don't respond to my comments because it's there to stay.
Yeah.
I don't think people are really recording my
lives.
lives.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And it's a quick, say and keep going, and I'll see the next comment, and I just keep I'll filter the comments, and then they're like, you didn't respond to my comment. I was like,
I'm actually glad you responded to my comment. That's how he's here.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you hadn't told me.
Yeah. Actually, because I had been watching your videos for actually quite a while. Actually, some of Bal's For You page, my For You page that I send
Mario's
her
For You
is
page
some of your
in my
videos.
inbox.
And I'm always like, damn, I wish I could dance like this guy. I forgot which one it was. Fuck, I forgot the name of that song. Anyways, I'll show it to you in a bit.
I'll show you your video.
I'll show you your video.
the one that you
in
saw
a bit.
first?
Yeah. And then I would always see you on live, and I was like, I was gonna ask you. I was
I
like,
just started lives.
Really?
I never did it for 2
Yeah.
years. I never did a live.
Yeah, and I saw you on live one day, and I was like, I'm just gonna shoot my shot. I was like, the worst that can happen is you A, are not gonna see it, or B, you're gonna ignore me, or C, you say yes.
So you just messaged him.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, podcast San Diego, and then he's like, Vive con Huevos, I'm down. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And I sent him a DM. I think I sent you a DM right after that on your personal, because then I noticed that on your personal, on your Instagram, you don't really post that much. So I was like, oh, maybe he will like actually see it here.
Well, when you sent the comments, I went and looked for it, I was like, oh, can you see it? Look for his message. You said, I almost sent you a message.
Yeah.
And I said, where do I send you a message? Like, it's best through Instagram.
Yeah.
Because like TikTok, I'll see it, but I'm not going to respond. Because I don't always see it. They're like all there. And I'm like, eh. But I went and I looked for it. I was like, okay. And then we just talked for a bit. I was like, oh, I'm done. Yeah. And I've never been out here really. So I was like, I'm going to go.
Yeah, no.
It's been a couple months.
And he liked it down here.
Yeah.
I do like it out here.
Like the couch.
All of our guests that come from out of San Diego to be on the podcast say the same thing. They all want to move over here.
Like, I don't know if I'll move, but I like it.
I'll just stay in my truck.
Almost did. But I'm glad you let me stay on the couch. I stay on the couch. Very comfy. What'd you say? Living, where was it from?
Living Spaces.
Living Spaces. Get yourself one.
Hey, no free sponsorships here.
I got you, man. You're going to get a new sponsor. They don't know me, but they're going to know you guys.
But yeah, when we were messaging and you're like, oh, if anything, I'll just leave it in my truck. And I was like, no fuck, you're not. What the hell? Imagine you're just out here and like we're inside all warm in our bed.
I was thinking of just coming over here and just parking on the side.
Oh my God.
I figured that's what you were going to do. And I was like, no, just stay in the side.
Yeah.
No, I brought a pillow too and everything. And I was like, man, I sleep in my truck like during my lunches. I just take naps. I'm like, this is nothing. And this is like the back bed, the back side of the truck. I was like, I'm going to just sleep right there.
You should get one of those inflatable beds that fit in your car.
The Jeep has one of those where you can like you put the seats down and they molded it to fit the Jeep specifically.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have for trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just get me an inflatable bed because you could put the seats in the back seats up and it's like not flat, but I mean it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
No, there's some that are made for cars. So like, this is cool.
Oh man, if I get one of those, I'm moving out. Just
living out of your car.
What are you doing? Just living.
This is my life now.
It's not cheap on gas, but it's cheap on everything else.
You see? I mean, your most expensive expense is gas. So.
Seriously. Oh man. And then how much do you fill your truck with over there?
I don't drive it much.
Yeah.
That's my personal one.
Yeah.
I just bought it. It's a Chevy. And I just use it on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
So I always use my work truck. And then like a lot of things I do is just writing one thing after another. So I was like, I can't even go home. I take all my stuff with me and I just do everything I do in my work truck. I'll pump in like gas so my boss is not paying for everything. But I'll put like $20 in there, get me there and back, I'm not going far. But if he sees this, which he might, I don't use a gas card like that, bro.
But for other expenses,
Well,
for snacks,
you know where I got this shirt at?
this was not on sale.
Full price.
This wasn't from the outlets.
This is from the store directly.
Oh man, you guys want to take a quick break? Ruby?
Yes, please.
I saw you.
I know,
I saw
I was
you
like, I need
fidgeting.
to
I was
take
like,
a break.
you need a break. Are you planning a big move? Whether it's a commercial relocation or a residential transition, you need a moving company you can trust. That's where our sponsor comes in. Today's podcast is brought to you by the experts in logistics, relocation, and space planning. All Moving LLC. They are your go-to moving company for all your moving needs.
So if you're ready to take the hassle out of moving, contact All Moving LLC today. Visit their website at allmovingco.com, or you can find them on their social at All Moving LLC. Links also in our bio.
Move out your mom's house.
Move out your toxic ex's house.
Oh,
Or
the
what was
message,
it,
yeah.
right?
They helped me
that was
move out of my
hilarious.
toxic ex's house.
Yes, move out.
Action.
That was
I
a
guess
good
that
one.
helps
Yeah, it
Jesus
does.
for some
It
reason.
really does
yeah.
help Jesus. And we're back.
We are back.
Quick break. Sorry, Jesus. I keep fucking with the mic. Jesus.
Yeah. I
is
told
gonna-
them, Jesus. I told them.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
touch
Jesus.
The mic.
We love you. This podcast wouldn't have crispy audio without Jesus.
This is true.
I don't know you, Jesus, but love you too, bro.
I
All
was
of
on
our
a,
guests lately.
yeah, I was on a podcast. Shout out to Los Compas. They're like, he's we think Jesus is fake.
Like he's AI
like
or
AI.
something, no?
And so I was like, I think I'm gonna start running with that because so usually like we have this thing with Jesus that like his girl because him and his girlfriend had a long distance relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So she lives in Mexicali or Yuma
Yuma.
now, and well he's here obviously. So whenever like we record on the weekends, I'm like, don't even trip, bro. Like
Like if you can
Yeah.
be here, you can. If you
si no,
can't, you
cero
can't.
pedo. Like I'm not gonna come in between you and your girl. So usually when like guests come out from like LA or North, wherever they come from, it's
Mid-Cal.
typically mid-Cal. It's usually on the weekends. So I feel like most guests like never really see Jesus. So everyone just thinks he's fake now.
Well, at first you
Yeah.
said something about talks with Jesus.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were talking about like praying. I was like, oh, you have a religious channel too?
He's like, this is not the type
He's
of
like, you
podcast.
just told me you don't go to
I want-
church, bro.
This is not the type of podcast I wanted to be on.
And then I kind of caught on like, oh, Jesus is a person.
Yeah. So on that podcast, they're like, yeah, we think Jesus is like AI, and I was like, I think I'm gonna start running with that bit that Jesus is AI.
AI.
No, he's an NPC.
Yeah, well, he's like, yeah, there we go.
Don't touch the mic. Oh,
Thank you for the audio. You fucked up the audio. You fucked up the audio. It's because you gotta see them.
Yeah,
They're
I
just-
still
they're
need to
just
watch
crazy,
one
man.
after this podcast.
you should
I'm
put out
gonna
like a
watch
compilation
Yeah.
of his reactions.
one. I know.
So I want to talk a little bit about like, because I feel like as of lately, you've been on like your lives a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I might see it differently, but I feel like because you go through a lot throughout your day, like you're kind of tired. I feel like you kind of use it as like a therapy session.
Yeah, like a distress.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm here to talk, dance.
Yeah.
And get away from everything else.
Because like there's times where I'll hop on your live and it's like broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hop on your live like 3 hours later and it's like sunset and you're still on talking.
Yeah, just-
yeah.
I'm talking about the same thing over and
Yeah.
over again. You know what question I don't like?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
comadreando. You're just here sweeping the
No,
dirt.
I'm on a plane, you know. I'm on my way to Italy, but I'm really, you know, like when they ask me that question,
Yeah.
like I don't like to be like, I've done it like what?
What do you mean?
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're watching me live, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm doing. I was like, whatever. I was like, I'm just out here in the fields talking to you guys.
But how did that start? Like, did you start it for like a reason?
The
or-
lives?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like doing them at first just because I didn't see the point.
hmm
I never understood it. I was like, what am I gonna talk about for like 2 hours?
Yeah.
And then I did a live, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, she's live," and I was like,
Yeah. Hello.
Listen.
What are you doing?
"What, you guys don't see me here?"
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, I didn't know what to say, so I would just start like playing music and just
Mhm.
vibing. You like get banned for like like rap music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, wait, there's hate speech. I was like, man, I didn't even say nothing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I started playing a lot of Spanish music, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna just stand here and read comments.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even keep people engaged.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So I just started dancing. So I was like, wow, I can just dance on my life. And I just started
And
doing that.
people watch them.
Yeah, I don't know why. But, like, I'll watch Sandoz for like 5 minutes. I'm like, no, he just dances too.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I know Sando personally. If I want to talk to him, I could just call him. You know?
Yeah.
But other people that don't, like, oh, he's live. I'm like, I can't believe it. And then like, me muero si me comentes eso, or like you answer
like a
me.
shout out or something.
Yeah, I'm like, saludos.
send me a glizzy.
Someone has, and I'm like, I was like, I'm not gonna do that right now. And then they're like, ¿hablas español? I'm like, sí. And then like the next comment is English, and I respond English, but no, que no vas a hablar español. I was like,
What the?
hold up, bro. We got a little translation board just right here, just everything I say.
You should. The captions.
The
just-
captions, yeah.
Can you put down the live?
Some subtitles. I don't think
No.
so.
It'd
Not
be,
like auto.
Yeah, I don't,
it'd be
maybe.
nice.
Wait, what?
That would actually.
And just little translations right there, so I
Yeah.
don't gotta speak completely in one language, because they're like, I thought you were Mexican. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What
but
is?
they
Yeah.
speak English. Though,
You
but-
know,
Just
like-
because I'm not speaking Spanish doesn't make me less Mexican.
And they're like, I thought you only knew English, because they hear me speak English. Like, I didn't. Like, hablas español? I'm like, I mean, I can't dance for no reason, you know. And I just get a lot of comments that are just like unorthodox, like, like I'm gonna make a face, and you're gonna see me make a face, and I'm gonna make it look dumb. At the same time, I'm looking dumb too, making a face. But I'm like, you guys give me some dumb questions.
What are
Yeah.
some of like the dumbest questions?
What's
you've
my
got?
age? And I repeat it like 100 times.
Yeah.
And it'll be the same person asking, like, they didn't hear me.
Oh.
I mean, I guess they want me to respond to them, like, oh, so and so, 27. Where you from? I just say Narnia.
From the mid.
Yeah.
From the mid.
I'm gonna start saying that. I was like, mid-cow. And then they, ¿y eso dónde es? Figure it out.
Just generalizing.
Yeah. So,
But how do you, I mean, we kind of talked about this like earlier with like the stress and burnout. Well, we didn't really talk about it on the pod units we're talking about, but like, how do you deal with that? Because I mean, there's days I feel like you post like 4 or 5 videos like consecutively. So like, how do you deal with like having to do all that, then work and all the extracurricular activities you're in?
I try to find at least like 2 hours, like for 2 days out of the week. And what I do is I'll take different shirts. So they're like, you always wear the same pants. No shit. I just change different shirts, and
Yeah.
I'll just like do a couple, like bulk. Like I was telling her, like bulk. I'll make like 20 videos, and I'll have like things to post for 2 weeks, so I
Yeah.
can take a 2-week break. So that's how I deal with it. So I'll make a lot of videos and then just post in between 2 weeks, and that's it. And I'll go back to like actually going out there, recording, and then posting.
Oh, okay.
So to distress myself, to like deal with that, I just go play soccer, or I go play my video games. That's it. Or I'll call a friend on the phone and just talk. That's it. I don't sit there and just, what do
Just
I do?
like bask in your own.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, stressed out.
Are you a big caller? Like, do you talk to your friends a lot?
I preferably like talking to them on the phone. Like if they have something to ask me through text, and I'm a fast texter.
Yeah.
For the most part, like if I'm not doing nothing, I'll respond like that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like creepy. They're like, you responded as fast as I sent it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I feel like I'm always on my phone, so like I'm pretty quick to respond.
But I'm
Can't
like,
say the same.
I just tell them like my brother for the most part. My older brother, he's like, hey, and he won't text me. I'm like, what? And then he won't text me for like an hour. I'm like, fool, call me. Like I don't want to wait.
Yeah,
I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
I was like,
and it gives me anxiety. I'm that way.
Yeah, you
yeah.
are that
'Cause
person.
I don't know if it's like something bad or something good, or do I want, or making he want to make plans. And he knows now. He just calls me, hey, what are you doing this day? I'm like, let me check. I don't have nothing on my calendar, but I'm like,
Let me check.
Yeah.
Let me check my calendar.
I'm like, let me check.
I
real
might
quick.
be bowling. I might be playing soccer. I might be playing the piano.
Well, he
Might be singing.
he knows what I do, and he has my locations. Like, I know you're home. You're not doing anything. I was like, fuck. So I was like, nothing. And then I was like, if we just call me. All my friends call me.
Yeah,
When they know like to get a point across, just call me, because I don't want to wait for a text message.
yeah,
I want that convo done in 30 seconds, not 2 hours.
It's a good way of looking at it, I
Yeah.
guess. I'm very much a texter. I'm like, why are you calling me?
no, I'm very much like let's power
Yeah,
through
you
this.
are.
And I want to know, and I want to know it
Like
now.
he'll call me like
Yeah.
3 times in an hour just to ask me a question, and I'm the opposite. I'm like, you could have just texted me that question.
But then it gives me anxiety if she doesn't answer, and like sometimes like even if the question could have waited the entire day for me to know the response, I still want to know it in that exact moment. So I'll text her and I'm just there like waiting. I'm like, what is she doing?
Well, I built the habit because of my boss, because we're on our phones for work, so we're communicating. I only text him. Everybody else calls me, but it's like he texts me and I respond like, okay, or yes, or what do you need? And that's it. Just
Quick.
get out of the way because I know he's busy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not busy, but I'm busy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'd rather just get with him. I know I can text him and it's a quick response.
Yeah.
But other people, I just like, just call me. Like, I don't want to deal with the text messages because then I gotta read them, and half the time I'm driving.
That's true.
So I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm like over here.
Like that.
No, yeah, that's true. If you're driving the majority,
Like
of
the
time,
person
that
I honked at
makes sense.
on our way to.
Oh, but they were
They were at that
like
green light for
swerving.
yeah.
Oh, right now.
Oh, that was another one too,
Yeah.
huh? Oh, no, what was that? We were
I think we
merging.
were driving to eat, and then
Yeah.
the girl next to us was like going into the lane, and as soon as like we drove next to her, you see she was on her phone, and I was like,
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not fast with the honks. I was just like,
he honks so
I'm just
much.
like, oh damn. I'm gonna just dodge it.
No, I'm quick with it.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
has his hand, like he like drives with his hand on the
Yeah.
on the
He's steering wheel like this. Like,
No, there's time. I don't know.
Ready for
I think
it.
it's just a habit that I got from my dad because he was a taxi driver for a bit. So he was always like
Fast.
Driving.
yeah, or just quick to be on the defensive while he's driving because they rent the cab. So like if anything happened, like it was out of his paycheck basically. So when he taught me how to drive, it was like very defensive driving. So I feel like now, like if I see like a lot of cars on the road or like if I'm on the freeway, I automatically pat my hand on the.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so weird to me when we first started dating because I'm not a honker. Like I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
honked. I think I've done it now.
I honk
because-
for her.
Yeah.
I like reach over.
Like I do it now because I'm so used to seeing him do it, but like I was never a honker, and I always thought it was really weird when people would honk. I'm like, why are you honking? Just go.
I think
like,
I've honked more. I think I've honked more on accident than I have on purpose.
on purpose. Yeah. Agreed. So I know that like you obviously show that you balance your things pretty well, and you're like, if you're stressed, you're like, fuck this, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna go do something else. But how do you, or have you ever come to a time where you're like a creative block, like you don't know what to do anymore, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, like there's nothing for me to record right now, or like how do you find the trends?
This one, there's like when TikTok acts up and there's like no trends going on, and I'm getting like stuff from like Saudi Arabia. I was like, I'm watching this.
those India videos.
Yeah.
The cooking India videos.
Oh yeah, those are funny.
Like when there's like nothing, like and then like sad quotes and stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm sad now.
Yeah.
Sad boy.
This is my life.
Yeah, and that's when I get like the blocks. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I'm like, okay. And then that's when like you'll see like a sudden change in my stuff. Like it's a different song that you're not used to. Like Pitbull. Like it's usually Spanish songs, and then I hit Pitbull, and I'm like, and I start something new, or I'm like, I just hop on that, and then new stuff comes out. But creative blogs, I've had a few, and it takes like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I just, you know what, I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah. Take some time.
I'll go re-download old videos and I just repost them.
Yeah.
So I don't
that's
have to
smart.
deal with nothing else. Like, okay, and they're like, hey, I've seen that before. I was like, yeah, so have I.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, well, if you scroll down a couple
I made that.
Are you like practicing in your room? Cause like Bao was telling me that the penguin video, like you couldn't see the penguins.
No.
So and you were pretty spot on.
I didn't practice. I practiced it. I watched it first when I was like kind of going where I make my TikToks.
Yeah.
And then I just put the phone there because you could see them at first to practice, but when you put the phone far away,
Yeah.
because you had to like make it seem like you're standing behind them. So like from here to like your kitchen.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm
smart.
just I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
So I practiced it about 2-3 times. A lot of my videos are one take.
Oh really?
Like it's just a lot. You
Yeah.
can see that it's just me doing the same thing, but randomly. Randomly to a different song. Like it's a norteño song, and I'm just like. So I was like, I just do whatever. It's a lot of them are one take, but there's times where I've had like, oh damn, I actually have to practice. Like I'm trying to get into more choreographed dances, which obviously takes more time.
Yeah.
Because you have to learn
The moves, and I'm like, oh. And that's why I started dancing growing up. I used to be like a little break dancer at my neighbor's house, so I used to do like all kinds of moves, but now I don't because I shifted from that to simple things
Yeah.
where I can just do this.
Just wiggle.
Yeah.
and it gets 1 million views.
Yeah. And the tias go wild.
The tias, the grandmas, las primas. I'm like, ooh.
Are you getting wild DMs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I get the most bold DMs I get are from guys.
Really?
Oh, those are just
Shooting their shot.
yeah. I don't know how if I come off as like homosexual. I don't know, maybe because I can shake and twerk.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, bro, I don't roll that way.
Yeah.
But they're the most bold. Like,
Yeah.
Now I know what girls feel. They're like,
Yeah.
guys are always in my DMs. I was like, sure, like, no.
Yeah, they're mine too.
I feel you, girl.
I feel I understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
But it's like some messages are very cringe.
Yeah.
Like they tell me what they want to do, and I'm
Oh.
like, I was
Like
like,
explicit.
it's a short sentence, but I'm like, okay, no. I wish I would have never read this.
Yeah.
This is why he doesn't
Yeah.
respond to DMs because he just doesn't read them anymore.
That's why I took off my Snapchat on my TikToks.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
it right there, and I get some snaps. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I just blocked them. I was like, fuck.
Now you know what it feels like to get unsolicited dick pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just there at dinner, you're like, whoa.
I was like, that's not what I expected. And when they send me pictures, I know it's gonna be something stupid, you know. But the curiosity piques, like, what is it? Though?
course,
Like,
yeah.
Maybe it's not, and you see it fucking.
Not the
Fell
glizzy.
for it.
Not the glizzy I
Like,
wanted you to send me.
Nah. I was like, my goodness, like, bro, like, I don't know, and I'll tell them off. I was like, dude, don't be
Yeah.
saying that shit. Like, I don't know what kind of person you think I am, but no,
Mhm.
I'm like disgusted.
Well, yeah,
what-
like what makes him think that's just okay, you know?
Or what kind of response you think you're gonna get?
Yeah.
You
Oh.
know?
Like, let me send one back.
Yeah.
Well, I don't roll that way, so I'm.
Pick for pick.
Yeah, that's why I took out my Snapchat. 'Cause I was getting random snaps even from like older ladies, girls, and whatnot. Sorry, and I'm just like, I didn't want that. I'm
Yeah.
like, he's like, well, that's weird because all guys want pictures like this. I'm like, doesn't mean I want one.
Well, yeah, but not from you.
Yeah, like not from you.
That's wild that people just like random
Yeah.
people, like, you know?
I'm just like, okay, like if I would have asked, maybe yeah, fine, but I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that.
Yeah, that's a lot. I didn't realize that people just sent pictures to random people like that.
Oh,
The reason I asked because like a while back ago I was listening to La Plática, and they were talking about how like I forgot who they were interviewing, but they were talking about how like the influencers get random DMs and from like explicit pictures sometimes, and it's like, well, what do you expect me to respond? Like, I'm not gonna go fly you out and for what, you know, or I don't know. It's just
and then if I leave them on open, it's like, you didn't like what you saw,
yeah.
and I'd be like, fuck no, what the fuck. And
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Sends them another. They send them hate mail.
And it's from both genders too. Even like some lady sent me a picture of her little cat. You know, I
Yeah.
wasn't little. You know, she's kind of a big girl. But I was like, I just opened it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not what I wanted to see. You know, like whatever. Like I thought it was gonna be like, hey, Noel, I saw you on TikTok. Something normal.
Something
No.
normal.
Yeah.
A normal message, you know?
Yeah, something like
Come to
okay,
my podcast.
Yeah, ándale.
something I can respond to. And
Yeah.
I sent that. And I got like a couple messages, and you know how you can slide it and kind of see what it is. And I was like, oh shit, she mad. So you don't like what I saw? I can't believe I sent you that. You know, it took a lot for me to send that. I was like, we should have sent it anyways.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is why he responded to you, because you had the one normal message.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't like, you want to see my feet?
So I guess thanks to all these people sending
Yeah. Thank you to all you
explicit
weird
messages.
people out there.
made us look normal.
Yeah. Noel answered.
No, yeah. There's messages where if I showed you, you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah. No, I can only imagine.
And then because I have my Twitter on there too, and they messaged me on Twitter because they want the OnlyFans. I'm like, I don't have that, bro.
I should though.
For real,
my
you
next
probably
project.
would make a lot of money,
Yeah.
apparently.
I'm in contemplation with that. Right now. I'm like, maybe the
Yeah.
money is needed.
Yeah, there's been times where Pao and I are like, not that we would like do one or like collab with one, but like there's been times where we're like, damn, we really need some extra money right now.
Selling my
Yeah.
feet pics. I'm telling you, I was this close until fucking OnlyFans asked me for my passport information. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the fuck am I gonna give them my passport information? So I didn't.
We had a moment when I don't know if you saw the video of one of our listeners sent in a story that her husband or her boyfriend was
Yeah,
selling
I saw that, but I
the
can't remember word for
underwear.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the underwear one. And a lot of the comments were like, "Oh, tell me where to buy. Tell me where to buy." Or I would get like DMs as like, "Did you get where can I buy?" And I was like, "I don't know if you mean like Paulina's underwear or like you're asking me for an actual like
for the
website." Yeah.
Because at the end, I was like, I give you permission to sell
Yeah.
my underwear.
And at one point I was like, "Well, they already know your face. So, I mean, $50 is $50.
I only got
We
50,
didn't sell my
Yeah,
underwear,
we did
guys.
not sell
I did not
underwear.
allow.
but $50 in 1 second.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
What did they say? Like up to $500 for a pair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. For one pair of underwear. And I was like, I mean, for one pair of underwear, $500?
I got asked for underwears and my sweaty boots.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and I'm like, I
How
thought
much
about.
were they wanting to?
I know.
They were offering me $300 for the boots,
Holy shit!
but the thing is, I needed them.
Oh, I was gonna say
But you
boots
need
are pretty
those, yeah.
expensive though.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of
At least cover the
No, they
cost
are
of some new
expensive,
ones.
yeah.
Some
Well,
nice
that would have
ones.
covered the cost, but I'm like, these are broken in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I got 30 socks. They wanted 30 socks, underwears as well, and they want sweaty underwears. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I mean, it's nasty, but like sometimes I'm like, I mean,
I just think it's funny that it's like so normal. Like I didn't
Yeah.
realize people were just
Or
out
have you-
here
have-
asking
have
for
you
these
seen,
things.
Have you seen the ones of like girls selling their farts?
Oh my god! Did you
I've
see the
heard
girl
about
that,
it.
Like,
I've
got
heard of-
sick?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you,
'cause,
maybe you told me about
Jesus was saying it. He was saying that I think she was taking or whatever she was eating in order for her to like
Like
have
a-
so
Have
much
to fart,
gas.
yeah.
Yeah. It made her sick. So she was like in the hospital for a while.
Yeah, imagine that. It's on your far. That's stinky money right there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
that. I would just make you fart and tell them it was me.
I mean, we can. Fuck.
imagine that person
That's
opens it like on a video and just.
For real,
That's so gross.
there's been times where like
understand
you
what's wrong
leave the
with
bathroom
people.
and I don't even want to be in the room. Like,
I really don't get what's wrong with people.
Oh no, there's a lot of things wrong with people nowadays.
Yeah.
yeah.
Their fetishes are ridiculous.
It's super wild. Like, well, she in her comadreando section, like, we've
People
had
send some
some.
weird shit.
Yeah, they've sent some weird shit. Some girl like licks armpits
To orgasm.
to orgasm.
That's true. Forgot about that
What
one.
was another one?
There was some. There's some weird shit.
The mooing one. I was like trying to remember.
Oh no, the animal noises.
the animal noises one.
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
during sex, like it wasn't dirty talk, it was animal noises, and I was like, that's fucking weird. Imagine. What is wrong with
Yeah,
people?
that's what I thought. Yeah, lo que se me vino a la mente, you remember those like Fisher Price toys where like you would
The-
spin the
the-
wheels?
the
like,
animal
and,
thing.
yeah, and I was like, and the cow goes. Like she just has that next to her bed, like pick an animal, pick an animal, pick an animal.
Oh my god. Well, since we're on this topic, send in your comadreando
Yeah.
stories.
Oh yeah. Please send in your comadreando story. We gotta read his DMs on
I
comadreando.
know, for real. I'm
Oh.
gonna ask you for your anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! If they come at me with like you make animal noises, shit. Woof woof.
You're in agriculture, right?
No,
You
chick-
said you wanted to tend the cows when you were in Mexico.
moo, bitch.
Oh man. I definitely want to talk about a lot more, but we're gonna run into like a 3-hour podcast, I
I
think.
know.
And I know you got a pretty far drive to the mid.
I'm
To the
chilling, bro.
mid-cal.
Yeah.
To mid cow.
To mid cal. Oh, sorry.
No,
I was on
I
something.
was pulling it.
Is there something you want to like leave the listeners with, or I know like there's like we were talking about in the car, like my nieces that they're aspiring to want to be YouTubers and TikTokers and it's,
Like advice.
yeah, or just anything in general.
I was gonna say first, watch the podcast. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun right now, as I'm in it right here.
Yeah,
Secondly, if you're gonna do this content creation stuff, just be consistent.
yeah,
And eventually, one's gonna pop off, and that's all you need. But other than that, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But
Do you feel, because I know a lot of your videos get a bunch of views, do you ever feel like you get I might have to speed this part up because I can't think of the word.
is that like where you're like you need a consistent need for that view count?
No, but I feel like it's more of like, oh, I hit 1,000 views already. Like you kind of become
Desensitized?
desensitized to
Oh.
the views and the comments. Because I feel like right now, like Bao and I and Jesus in the stage that we are with the podcast, like we're still pretty young. Like some of our clips give a lot of views, some of them don't. But they're pretty consistent on like maybe like 2,000, 3,000 views, at least on Instagram, or 1,000 views. But I feel like I'm constantly chasing, that viral video or that viral clip or something like that. But I feel like
Don't chase it.
yeah. I've learned that throughout like the process now. But I feel like in the beginning that was my issue. Like I wanted that clip, I wanted that one thing to go viral, right? And then we actually
And then it happened.
and then it happened, And I remember telling her, I was like, I didn't feel the way
No.
that I thought I was gonna feel.
You thought you were gonna be like,
Yeah, like on top of the world, and it wasn't that feeling.
and then it's just another day.
It was another day.
With
and
just
like,
a lot of views. That's it.
yeah.
My first reaction was, holy shit, that many people have seen my face.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
what the fuck?
do you ever feel like now, because you're so consistent within the majority of videos are consistent with numbers, do you ever feel like you're desensitized to it? Like you're just, oh, it's just another video that popped off.
No, because I don't think my videos consistently pop off. They hit like 100K, and I'm like, oh shit, 100K.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I don't even pay attention to the videos anymore. I just post and go.
They post the
Post and go. Like, sometimes, like, the ones I don't want to do good, like the most random ones, are the ones that do the best. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's why I tell you, don't chase it.
Yeah.
Just let it happen.
And it's funny, like, everybody says that. Like everyone's
I
like, the
always tell you
one
that.
video that took me 2 seconds to put together, or it's like I think that one, the underwear video, I think I wasn't in a rush, but I was like, I knew that was the clip I wanted to do that week, and I did it super fast, and I didn't pay attention to it, and all of a sudden it just blew up.
Like you weren't
Yeah.
watching and looking
Yeah, I
to see
wasn't
the views
watching.
and
Like
stuff.
it wasn't like other ones where I was like, oh, this is a good clip. And I'm like consistently watching it. Like
That's
you know.
also why sometimes like you see a video that did really well on TikTok and you're like, how the fuck did that get
Yeah.
That's
a
what I'm
million
saying.
views? You know, but it's like because of it's just the algorithm's fucking weird and it's just gonna push out the
Yeah.
random things.
So, yeah, that, like, when you get views like that consistently, because I talked to Sando. I was like, don't you feel like a need to, like, get those views all the time? He's like, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's like, nah, sometimes it's just whatever.
Yeah.
But I know he lives off that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that live off of it, they need the views.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I don't live off of it. So if I get 1 million views, I'm like, oh.
It's chilling.
My first million, I was like happy it was 2 million, actually, my first time, like, going viral or whatever you want to call it. I was like, oh, shit. And then I was like, oh, tomorrow's just another day at work. I'm like, eh. So now, like, if I do get, like, views, I'm like, oh, okay. I just go about my day. Like, I post and go. So I just
Yeah.
post, and I won't even go back to it until I record again. I'm like, oh, that did good. That explains the followers on Instagram
Yeah.
or something like that. I'm like, okay.
Now it all makes sense. Yeah. But I can see that. Like if you're living off of it, then
Yeah,
then
well,
you
you're-
are chasing it in a way, because it's like,
It's
well,
paying
you
you.
need that in order
Yeah.
to fucking live. But I don't know if I could. Like now that I know I shouldn't be chasing it, like I don't think I would go back to like I need so many views or crave it. I mean, I could be wrong, you know, because maybe I haven't hit that part of our platform just yet, where like we are hitting those big numbers.
Maybe once we start living off of it.
Yeah,
Or when you're living off of it, I think you're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to, it's going to be more stressful.
Yeah.
But I believe I think that's when you should enjoy it more. I think, because I've seen your guys' clips. Like, I've never watched the full on podcast, but I see clips and it's like very genuine.
yeah,
So I'm like, if you keep it that way, people are going to watch.
yeah.
And I don't watch many podcasts, so I watch your guys' clips from time to time and they
Yeah,
pop
appreciate
up.
that, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
And
that underwear one, I was like, oh, shit.
And we try to keep it pretty
Light.
like pretty light and I mean I know everybody says they're like pretty light and authentic, but we really are like the way we are on the podcast is the way we are like out in person. Like I'll have this conversation with anybody without any mics. You know, I was waiting obviously like when we were out in breakfast because I was like I want to talk to him a lot, but like then I'm gonna forget what I want to talk about. On the
Yeah.
podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I kept trying. I
Yeah.
always have that problem where I start to ask the guests all the questions before the podcast, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to fucking repeat
Yeah,
this on the podcast.
not that we can't like re-say it, you
Yeah,
know, but
but-
it's a different feeling when it
But
comes.
you kind of already know the answer.
Yeah,
So different reactions, you know.
That's why, like, earlier when you guys were asking me little questions, I kind of like simplified them.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna just keep it short.
yeah,
Because I know, like, on the podcast, you might want like a bigger explanation. And I talk a lot too, so I don't care.
yeah, yeah. But maybe one day we'll start manifesting it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like as I always think about it as like as cool as it would be for the podcast to pop off like that and like live off of it. Like I always think about sustainability. Like how
yeah.
long is it gonna you really
Yeah.
go on for? You know, and so it's like,
And even now, like I always have this conversation with Paul, like I'm still searching for that something extra to what to do with the podcast. Like anyone can have
if
a
anybody
podcast.
has ideas.
Yeah, but like what's gonna set us different? What's gonna set us apart? What are we doing differently? How else am I putting the brand out there? That's gonna set us apart. You know, not just as a podcast, but as like a brand in general.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to think of like different things, trying to collab or trying to find ways to collab with different people. Because I just don't want it to just be the podcast. Like if you look at the TikTok, like my TikTok's like all over the place. Like I have a video of me as a banana when Pau left for 2 weeks, and I was like, "Cuando tu novio se va y te deja," and it's a sad banana. So I'm just constantly just doing just random stuff.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Because if you're like set in stone like in one way, it's like you're gonna get bored of it eventually, and you're gonna just stop.
Yeah.
Like keeping yourself on your toes.
Yeah.
So I try to dance. I mean, I dance all the time, and then I'll change it up here and there, or different style of dances. But it's like normal for me just to dance because I've always done it, even just walking around at the store. You see me at the store just.
Not even listening to music.
No, right?
It's like elevator music. I'm like,
it's
Bringing out the choreo.
It's the beat to the carrito, but it's like he has that one squeaky wheel.
you know how some stores have like the tiles or there's tiles and it just every time
you
the
hear the
that's just
man. But we're gonna start wrapping things up. But before we do, I know you were having a little issues with answering the questions.
oh.
Do you want me to ask you? I'm gonna ask you.
You can ask.
All right,
I'll try to answer them.
Okay, so usually when we end these podcasts, I always ask the guests these same questions, mainly because we talked about it. I don't think if I said it. Oh no, yeah, I did, because like, you know, people see you and see your platform, but they you know, who is Noel, you know, and I feel like this kind of gives like a brief little window into your life.
You had to like spend a day with me to see how I
Yeah,
act.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's follow him over.
I told you,
We'll
man.
vlog
I like blue collar jobs, bro. I was meant to be out there doing stuff.
No, even just here. If I came
Yeah.
out here, you'll see like this is different. No, I'll just kind of
Yeah.
like I told you I was walking around Belmont Park all amazed, like what the like if I was at Disneyland.
Yeah. So the first one is, you know, if you could give young Noel some advice, if you could go back in time and give yourself a piece of advice, at what age would you go back to? You know, what was going on? What would you say?
I think around like the age of like elementary school is to work hard. I mean, I always worked hard in a sense, but I never gave like 100%. And that's more attributing to the soccer. Because I think if I would have worked hard then, I could have been a professional player right now. So that's it. Like work hard. Right? Whatever you do, always give that extra. Because I don't work hard outside of TikTok. I actually work hard for some reason because I like it. It's my second passion. So I work hard at that. But back then, I would have said work hard. Like, don't take the easy way out, because that's how we all do growing up. Like, we could wait till later. So it's always work hard. That's what I would say to myself.
Do you feel like you were like lazy back then, or you were just kind of nonchalant about life? You were just
I was
kinda,
nonchalant.
Yeah.
More or
You
less.
thought you had more time.
Yeah, and like I was a kid, you know, trying to enjoy life as a kid, but it doesn't click that eventually you're gonna be an adult. And then I wish I would have clicked that earlier, not when I was an adult. I was like, oh, now I'm an adult.
It still hasn't clicked for me.
Yeah, right? Sometimes I'm like, what is that? I'm a 30-year-old teenager.
Yeah, I'm a
What was
30-year-old
it?
teenager.
So yeah, I work hard. That'd be the biggest thing, and then be nice to other people. Be nice to everybody. That's another thing.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier, like the whole being nice to everybody. Not that being nice means that, don't confuse it with being a pushover. I just feel like you just never know what that other person is going through.
Just being considerate.
Yeah.
Being kind.
Yeah, you never know if they're having a shitty day. You know, someone could have passed away. They could have gotten some bad news, whatever it is, and maybe, you know, they had a short fuse for that split second during your interaction for a reason. So
Yeah.
you just never know what someone's going through throughout their day. And my second question is, well, I guess second two questions. What has been the worst and the best advice you've been given?
The worst advice is actually, it's okay. You can get it done later, and then if you figure out there's no later, like you better get it done now. And the best advice is the work hard, but I didn't take it seriously. Because my dad be like, you need to work hard at everything you do. And then the other best advice I've ever gotten was like exactly what you said, be kind to people, because you never know what they're going to be, or you never know what they're feeling that day. And that's what I try to do. Yeah, like I have interactions on live where I'm kind of like a dick, but not like I don't want to be. It's just kind of like you say something and I'm like, okay.
You react, yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, anyone that talks to me, I try to be as nice as I can. And now if things get sour, that's a different story, you know. But I try to be kind. So it was always be kind to everybody else.
Yeah.
Treat people you want to be treated. So
yeah. That's a pretty big theme here on the podcast. Big theme here. Because like we were just said, you know, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but you just really do not know what people are going through sometimes. And I've gotten those messages, and you kind of talked about this a little bit. Like I've gotten those messages when I post a reel or something. It's like, dude, you have no idea how much I needed this or how much I needed to laugh. Or how much, you know, sometimes when I have the guests, I try to like keep it a little bit more motivational as far as like the reels. And they're like, dude, you have no idea how much I needed to hear this. And sometimes people know, you know, and cliches are cliches for a reason, or, you know, we all kind of get told the same things as we're growing up. But, you know, when as life happens or life is happening to you, you kind of forget, you know, the things that you've listened to or the advice that has been given to you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice to have those, you know, reminders online. And then also when you give people those reminders to kind of get those DMs like, damn, I really did touch somebody's life today. And whether it's one person or, you know, 1,000 people that see your videos, that, you know, that one DM is really nice sometimes.
Yeah. That motivation that person needs that day.
Yeah.
Because I know there's people that can't self-motivate. I can self-motivate. Like, I'm like, all right, I got this, whatever. But there's other people that can't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you can do it. They're like, oh, how do you do this? Or how do you do that? I was like, oh, simple. Just do it. It's not hard. It's just, you got to get in that mindset. Like, all right, I can do it. And that's why, man, like, I wish I would have done it earlier. I was like, I know I can do it. I just like, oh, I can wait till later. That's the bad advice right there. Like, oh, I can wait till later. Wait till tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes because it's the next day and the next day. So I'm just like, I'm going to tell people, like, hey, just do it. Like, don't worry about what he says or she says. Don't even worry what your parents say. Just do it. If you like it, do it.
Yeah.
So don't let the hate get to you, because it does. Nah, not to me. It bugs. I'll get like irritated because I'm like, why are you saying that? But it doesn't get to me till I'm like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like you're just a little, what we call them, internet thugs. Yeah. You just like to talk shit on
Twitter fingers.
Yeah, Twitter fingers. Talk shit online, but when it comes face to face, they're like, hey, I'm not like, I remember you.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. And then kind of touching on like what you said earlier, I think shout out Dreams from POP. He said it on the podcast. I think was the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. And I've actually sat on that quote since he said that. And it goes back to like, you know, working hard. Yeah, maybe you could have worked hard, you know, 8-9 years ago. But now, you know, you're working hard and you're striving for other things. And now you understand that. So now you're thriving. You really are. You're thriving. You popping off. I know you might have a little bit of imposter syndrome and you're posting for fun and stuff. And like every single guest that comes into this podcast, I do want to, you know, give you a round of applause and your flowers, bro, for how far you've come and staying consistent, like you said. And that's the biggest part. And that's the hardest part, is staying consistent.
Appreciate that.
Because a lot of people fall off even with the podcast. You know, some podcasts don't. I don't know what the exact number, the statistic is, but I don't think they make it like past like episode 10. Because it's hard week by week trying to get this done, edited, reels, everything. Same thing with you. I mean, your dances and posting and collabing and answering answering messages. It's people don't see it as work sometimes, or people who don't understand it might not see it as work, but it's hard work at the end of the day.
Well, let alone the emails too you get. Looking for brand deals, and I don't get the best ones. So I just archive. If it's not Nike, I don't want it.
You hear that, Nike?
Shout out Nike. I gotta make that his clip. But Noel, thank you so much, bro, for coming down from the mid. From the mid-cow and spending time with us.
No clip that.
Yeah.
Could be a gang sign somewhere.
I'll get shot later.
Yo, are you from the MC?
I remember you.
Mid-cow, bro. What's that? Middle of California. That's nowhere.
But thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was fun. You know, whenever you come down to San Diego, ya sabes, aquí tienes casa. You have a couch here. Yeah. Whenever you want.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So you always have a home here in San Diego. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for the hospitality, too.
Oh, of course, man. Of course. I wasn't going to let you sleep in your car, dude. When you told me that, I was like, ain't no way in hell. Yeah, ain't no way in hell I'm going to let you do that. Even though we didn't know each other, but we've talked a little bit, you know. No, at one point I was like, damn, Noel's probably stealing all my shit downstairs.
I was like, we're going to come downstairs, TV's going to be gone.
Hey, man, you would have saw me just like, oh, what's up, guys?
But no, I really do appreciate it. And like I said, I'm giving you, I hope you give yourself the flowers too. A lot of our guests that come on, like they have imposter syndrome and they don't really give themselves or reflect on back on their career or how far they've come, or maybe they do and they just don't put it into perspective. But just keep going, man. I mean, you're doing great. I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see what else is in store for you. And like I said, siempre tienes casa aquí en San Diego whenever you need it.
Coming more often.
Yeah, and we appreciate. We'll go to Belmont Park together.
Let's go win some prizes.
Yeah, we can go on the rides. I'll hold your hand. I promise I won't slide into your DMs, bro.
You won't get any unsolicited
Yeah.
pictures.
I hope not.
But yeah, anything else you want to leave the listeners with, where they can reach you at, or don't reach you at, however you want.
Where they can
Well,
find
No
you.
unsolicited.
Where they can watch
pics.
you dance.
Yeah,
It's just Noel Segueda on TikTok. It's on everything. It's the same thing.
yeah,
So,
we'll tag you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nothing but. I mean, my biggest thing is to keep watching you guys. If you guys really like them, love them.
Yeah.
Because they're great people.
Appreciate it.
Showed me great hospitality. They got me enchiladas
Chilaquiles.
at this restaurant somewhere over here.
Yeah,
I don't know where we're going.
in SoCal.
SoCal.
Some SoCal, not MidCal.
In America, SoCal.
So keep watching them if you do support them because they're great people and they deserve it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y como siempre, guys, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the pod today. Y como siempre, guys, live your best life. Fight your fears. At the end of the day, the only thing that you regret are the things that you did not do. So, Vive con Huevos, guys. We love you. We out of here. Peace.
Bye.